I don't see a problem with it, and it's still processing, so it should be okay. But
Mhm.
anyway, we're live now, I think. Hello,
Yay.
hi.
I'm trying to get Instagram up, and it's there. We go.
We don't have an order of business for this.
We're just here for vibes.
We just wanted to chat.
We're just here for vibes. We want to talk about probably like Buddie, you know.
We need something.
We just watched The Boy Next Door, and
that was something.
That was a movie that we watched.
Has anybody else actually watched it?
If you're a Patreon subscriber in the $5 tier, you will be getting that soon. So
yep.
You'll probably get the whole movie
Aaron,
too.
Hey EJ. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi,
You
Sarah.
can watch
Hi,
us
Jill.
watch that movie. Hi.
Aw,
Yeah.
we missed you too.
So
Hi, Eden.
yeah, we're gonna try to still do some live streams. They won't be as long as regular, but like we'll try and do them before we record.
Yeah.
Probably. Or after. In this case, it's after we recorded.
Late night chat.
Yeah. Buddy,
we needed something.
Oh my god.
We need a palate cleanser because that was something.
That was the trials and tribulations of the buddy system. That's what that was.
Hi, Britt.
Oh my goodness. So how are you all doing hiatus so far? Are you reading a lot of fic, watching a lot of edits? Are you not
How are you coping?
Consuming 911 at all, taking a break?
Britt said they watched Poppy Chulo.
That's something to watch.
That I guess that's on our list because we were just watching. Is Instagram frozen or is that just me on my end?
I can open it and look.
Yeah, just let me know.
Yeah,
but yeah, so we just watched. We're trying to go through some of Ryan and Oliver's filmography for like our Patreon buddies with benefits tier, since you're not going to get episode reactions
right
each week. So we just watched the Boy Next Door. That was
I'm losing it.
An experience.
The thing is that I went in not knowing anything about this movie other than a couple gifs that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think I even really truly knew what the genre was. Like, I think I had an idea. But yeah. I don't think I was prepared for that.
No, and I told you to drink.
You did tell me to drink, and you were so right. And the next time you tell me to drink, I will listen. I will listen for sure. Can I look at our own live stream from our profile?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, it says we're live.
Yeah, but we haven't moved in like a minute or two. So I don't actually know.
Okay,
we're just frozen on there.
Well,
if anyone wants to check on Instagram, let me know.
Is Instagram alive? Yeah, the problem is like I deleted my personal account. So like
I mean,
I can try and log into the nerd version.
My iPad's over there, but I have to get up and get it.
And I don't know my password for the other one. So.
Oh Lord. Okay, hold on.
Let me just get it. You guys talk for a second.
No, I could have just gone on Instagram. I could have just gone.
Yeah, the first edition. He's like, I got it for $5 at a yard sale. Like,
it's
the
not
fuck
frozen.
you did. It's not? Okay.
No. Yeah.
Once TikTok isn't the problem. Don't speak it into existence, EJ. It's only a matter of time, really.
It's not frozen, Rachel.
It's fine to me.
Still says it's not frozen, so.
Oh, she doesn't have her earbuds in. It's not frozen, Rachel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just frozen on my computer.
Great. So EJ asked us if it was a good movie.
Define good.
No. It's not a good movie, but Ryan delivered the part that he was supposed to play.
Yes, he did.
Well,
he did. He did.
He did the best he could with the dialogue he was given.
He really did fulfill, the expectation of his role.
Yeah.
Very well. Like it was convincing almost.
If there are things that make you uncomfortable, like the non-con stuff, just don't watch it. But I mean,
it's not like, as someone who normally cannot do like graphic non-con stuff, it wasn't
a total like nope out.
No, I didn't have to nope out of it.
Yeah.
So
it was
just a warning. That's it.
Yeah.
It was interesting. It's definitely not the worst movie I've ever seen. It's definitely not the best movie I've ever seen.
No.
No.
It was a thriller to be a thriller that they were banking on
J-Lo bringing in
the star.
They were like, here's J-Lo and this hot guy.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
And she was also one of the producers of the movie.
Yeah.
So.
And it kind of felt like, and so sorry to our Patreon subscribers, which are most of the people here, because you're going to hear us say this when you watch the reaction. But like in the middle of the movie, I was like, what mediocre white man wrote this? And it's a woman. But it was giving like tone deaf maleness in the dialogue a lot. So I feel like there were edits.
Yeah.
Made.
I think it went through multiple iterations from
Hey Vera.
The original, probably. So, and you can hear more of my thoughts about that.
Oh my God. Rachel tried to analyze this movie. I'm like, girl,
she did. She did a good job. I mean,
this is not what I signed up for.
Yeah, I mean, I think once they had that conversation in the kitchen about like her teaching the classics and about the Iliad,
it is always in the kitchen.
But once they had that talk, I was like, oh, okay, well, this is him foreshadowing for his hero's journey.
Oh yeah, like it was very
the boy
like,
next door, Vera. Yeah,
here you go. Yeah, it was very obvious about it.
RGHQ, that's.
Yes. Oh, it is 100%. Like it's from
we have to remember it's like, that like Me Too didn't happen until like
16, 17,
16 or 18.
18. Whoa.
Yeah.
Felt like it was earlier than that. Felt like
maybe,
it was 16.
Maybe late 17. I remember it.
27. It gains traction in 2017.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think by the time it was like Oscars 2018, so that would have been like February, March. Then it had like, but yeah, that was
it was a blast from the past.
Hold on, the first edition Iliad mentioned.
I talked about this while you were up, but yeah.
Oh man, I missed it. Yeah, about how like
I need to find that.
First edition. Wouldn't it have been like technically
more than $1
of that printing? That's kind of what I assumed, like a first edition of that printing,
of the printing for sure.
Yeah, but not like a first edition from like Greek.
No,
2,000 years ago.
I need to. It's funny because like I think earlier today the clip of Ryan talking about that scene surfaced. And he was
wait,
like,
today?
Yeah. Like it was
it.
It was a podcast. Yeah, I think it was I don't know.
Wait, what?
He gets what? I was trying to read.
He said he gets her a sheepskin scroll.
Yes. That's what it was.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Anyway.
Something.
I don't know. I just enjoy Ryan's acting, and like I do enjoy like deranged characters on the occasion. So like unfortunately that was still working for me most of the time.
Doing it.
I was trying to be so respectful. I was trying so hard.
Unfortunately, we really enjoyed that aspect anyways. Like
it is what it is. is what it is.
For County Kitchen. Oh.
I don't know how many people are on here, but I just gotta ask. I'm like, why is it me, or or nobody made a gift set of this movie, or people are just like not watching it? Like, what are we doing?
I sent the gift thread, but that's like all I've seen.
Is it just the sex scene?
A little. That one was, yeah.
Okay, but there's more.
I know. It's like a little treasure trove of stuff.
Like, there's just potential for other stuff.
We were doing so many editors were doing so many like Ghostface, like Buck and Eddie over the summer, and I was like, well, you had prime material right here.
Get on it. Like,
yeah, do the Badlands and the Boy Next Door.
If any editor
crossover, you could have done
a scene pack. I'll make you a scene pack. I'll do it.
I think you should. I think that's just
you should just do it for me.
Do it for me.
Do it for Still.
I will do it for Still. Still and I are going to take on a project of our own.
Oh yeah,
wait, we
got to do that. Well, we got to do our own Buddie
library.
Yeah.
Because we watched I forget what user made it, like that made like all the Buddie, like the Buddie movie. And we were like, no, we want the entire scene.
But thank you to them.
But thank you for that, because we watched it like 3 times.
We did. It was great.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to make the theme packs now. Like,
we have to do it.
Now we have to do it just for
you,
just for our bestie over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, also,
maybe that's what we'll do. Like during our like rewatch, we'll be like, okay, is there enough material of this? No. Okay, we will
carry on.
Fill that. Like...
Yeah. Also, speaking of other deranged characters, like Carter, with if you like deranged characters, Interview with the Vampire from AMC's. Excellent deranged.
I have not watched it.
It's 2 things that I want to watch that are on my list, but I don't know when I'm ever going to watch it. So it's Interview with the Vampire and Yellow Jackets.
I haven't watched Yellow Jackets, but I highly, highly, highly recommend Interview with the Vampire. You can use my login.
Thank you.
Tell the internet that.
Oh yeah,
we all have our own logins for everything.
Still and I live in the same house.
That is kind of true.
Oh my god. I don't think I can watch Yellow Jackets.
I don't know if I can either.
Nikki was describing it to me and I was like, I don't think I can.
Nikki was telling me about it too, and it seemed like really interesting.
Yeah, Nikki was telling me that, but Megan was also talking to me about that, and I was like, okay.
Okay, so not this Rachel, another Rachel friend from the Sort of Brilliant podcast. She loves the show and tried to get me to watch it for several months. Yes, it's literally called From.
It's
just confusing when you're like having a conversation and they're like, you really need to watch From, and I'm like, I need to watch what? But yeah, I heard that was really good.
Another show I wanted to watch was the one with what's his name? The guy from Gossip Girl. It's called You.
Oh, I can't.
Is he?
I
also
haven't watched that either.
Yeah.
The serial killer.
Yeah.
What's his name? I know his last name is
Joe.
Badgley.
Oh no.
No. But
Penn.
Penn Badgley. I was gonna call him Peter Badgley.
I kind of just want to rewatch Dexter.
I never
watched
Dexter.
The last season.
Nikki loves Dexter.
I know Nikki loves Dexter because, like, when the new stuff came out, she was like, "You need to watch it because you're the person I can talk to about it." And I was like, "I got to rewatch the original shit first. It's been a long time." But yeah. Anyway, there needs to be more like AU edits utilizing this other footage that we have
at our disposal.
Piled. Because also, where is the Boy Next Door Buddie AU?
I know.
We were 5 minutes into this movie. I was like, where's the AU?
And there was a part where I was like, maybe the first half. Unless they're both deranged, and that works.
They need to both be deranged. Yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
like I don't have time to write because I'm making this podcast with my besties. But if I could, I would be writing a murder husbands. There needs to be more murder husbands, deranged husbands fic
in general.
More freak for freak, deranged freak for freak.
Yes, crazy for crazy. Exactly, EJ. Yes, sociopath for sociopath. Give it to me.
Oh, this is Brit said Into the Badlands cross with Everybody Wants Some. That would be wild. I also can't wait to watch Everybody Wants Some. I want to watch that.
I haven't watched that.
What should we watch next, guys? Because we need we need to change the vibe up.
We need to so we're gonna try to like alternate. So we did a Ryan project. Now we need to do an Oliver project. I only know of 2.
Has Oliver done any other movies? I'm
about to look it up right now. Because I don't think
those are easier. Or else we're gonna have to like
Mind
pick
Gamers.
a few.
I do want to watch Mind Gamers.
Yeah,
and those couple little clips I saw because my emo heart.
Because like unless somebody has like a master list or something for Into the Badlands of like all the episodes that he's in, or maybe like episodes that you think we should be watching, like that's gonna be hard to do.
I don't want to watch the episodes without him. I'm gonna be so fucking for real with you.
No.
But I think we'll do a reaction per episode. How many episodes he's in.
Yeah, so he's in 16 episodes. So that'll balance out.
That'll balance it out for sure.
We're not gonna know what's going on, but okay.
He was in so there's like 1, 2,
we'll
3,
just read
4,
the
5,
Wikipedia recap
6.
of like what we need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in like 6
I
films.
mean, do we really need to know what's going on? I just
an episode. Okay. I don't know where we're gonna find any of this stuff because I have not heard of it. There's Underworld Blood Wars, which I have heard of, but all this other stuff I do not know. He was in an episode of Luther.
Wasn't he in a medical drama?
I don't know what.
One?
Oh, I don't know.
As a patient?
Looking at this.
No.
Casualty?
I don't remember him being...
Casualty is a British medical drama series broadcast on BBC One from 2011.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Holy shit.
That's a deep track.
He's going to be a fetus.
Oh, wait, I think I do know what that one is from. It's when he has like the ball cap. I think it's like a yellow outfit and there's an ambulance. I don't know. I think I've seen a clip.
I've seen a clip.
Yeah. So at least there's 16 episodes of Into the Badlands.
I have a question.
I don't know if he's in all of those.
What's your question?
Would you rather watch The Boy Next Door again or rewatch episodes 14, 15, and 16 of season 8 of 911?
I would rather watch The Boy Next Door for some reason. Well, guess what?
Ryan's in it! You know?
Why do I need to watch Bobby die and Eddie not on screen? Except eating a crumpet for like a minute. Like, why? Why would I put myself through that?
Exactly.
I would rather watch this psychopath, honestly. Anyway.
He's a pretty psychopath.
Something nice to look. Sorry, I'll stop.
Anyway.
No, it's just funny.
I'll stop.
We have to, if you guys can have a prayer circle for us, because we have to record Athena Begins tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I only
really
watched,
great time to be doing that.
I only watched, I think, like the first 20 minutes of it because I was doing stuff. And I was like, yes, I will be drinking too. What was I going to say? Oh, right. So, like, I watched, like, maybe the first 20 minutes of it, and I was like, well, anyone who thought that she was out of character in 816, well, let me point you to this fucking episode. Like, you should. And I was like, damn, I really wish I watched this before watching 816.
I really don't think anyone was ever out of character.
No.
They don't write people out of
I don't think so
character.
either. It's just a lot of everyone else.
But it's situations we haven't seen the characters in before, and people react to grief differently.
Yeah.
So.
Well, except for Athena.
Well, yeah.
We really haven't. Well, actually, we have seen like people. We have seen some of the characters react to grief, but like in smaller doses. Because we saw Athena with Emmett, we saw Bobby with his family, we saw Chim with Kevin.
Bobby's dead.
Bobby's not grieving himself.
He's grieving Marcy and the kids.
I know, but I'm talking about people who were saying stuff was out of character in those episodes. Like especially in 16.
I was making a more general statement. But
okay.
I know you were. I was just making a joke.
Because for a second I was like, yeah, we don't see the characters like grieving a lot, and I'm like, wait, actually
no, I kind of specifically meant like a lot of people thought Buck was out of character, and I was like, we haven't ever seen him grieve in that someone this close. Like, yeah, he grieved Red, but that was more about himself than about Red.
I think Buck is the only one that we actually haven't seen grieve anybody like firsthand. Can we print this out?
Take a screenshot. Can you? Oh no! Wait, this is recorded.
Exactly.
Oh, Carter.
Oh, we love Carter.
That was out of character. Okay,
it really was. We were recording our season 8 wrap, and I forget what was being said, but Rachel said something about Bobby present tense. You're like, Bobby is da-da-da, and I was like, I was like, he was.
Yeah, because I was saying mean. I was saying something about like, oh, he got her a runway, like the husband that he is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he got her. Oh, the husband that he is, right? And I was like, the husband that he was. And Rachel just glared at me for like 2 straight.
Yeah, that was like the longest I've held like a glare.
It was funny
at anyone
personally. Oh my god.
Yeah, I hope those summaries are up to par, bro. Like I
thought they were funny. I liked them.
I rewatched those today.
Wait, the what?
I haven't edited it yet, but
so for the today while I was doing things, I rewatched the summaries that I gave for the season.
Oh, amazing.
The character summaries.
I was laughing at you guys laughing at me. It was great. Guys, I enjoy that.
They're so good. So like we've started doing a thing where like for our season wraps, like Sil will do like a kind of any degree of unhinged summary, and they're so good.
Those weren't summaries, guys. Those were too long. Those were synopses.
You wrote.
She gave a whole
like a full page paper on the.
She did this unprompted for the season 2 wrap, because these were like her own notes on the characters, and then she started reading them, and we were like, oh well, you're gonna do like just like a little
blurb
little blurb from now on the wraps. And then she wrote like,
I gave Buck like
humorous think pieces. They're great. You can hear it
like they were good
this coming Thursday. It'll be our first. It'll be our like anniversary and Rachel birthday episode, because Rachel's birthday is Thursday, right?
Is it a week?
Yeah,
less than a week.
Yeah, my cousin's on
That's
Wednesday,
how time works.
then yours is the next day. I think
I
my
don't like
coworker's
that.
on Saturday.
It's
My aunt's on
still
Sunday.
it's still like at least
Ew.
a month out in my brain.
Not ill to
Okay.
anyone who has birthdays. I'm sorry. I
EJ.
meant ill. Like, that's a lot of birthdays.
We will be live streaming on Friday, a week from today.
Yeah, so
in a week. For anniversary.
An anniversary, because it's
a
the
year
buddy
of the
system.
buddy system. So
And
hopefully
we'll try to promote that too. Earlier
and
in
come
the
up with like stuff to do and talk about other than, just please cleanse our brain.
No, we need that now.
Yeah.
So
if you guys want to do like, oh, okay. I was gonna say if you want like trivia or like if you want like a best of reel or something, let us know what kind of stuff you want for a live stream.
Yeah.
Time I'll be stuck in work. I don't know. 8, 9, 9:30. What time?
Earlier than tonight.
Definitely earlier than tonight. Like 9:30ish, probably.
Yeah.
And we'll probably stay on
do our usual 9:30
for a couple hours.
For a few.
More like a regular, kind of like think of it like an after episode.
We're
kind of time
on a Friday.
Sallow.
We're what?
Because they posted screen caps from the Boy Next Door. Thank you so much.
Love you.
You did it for us.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Buddy trivia.
Oh my gosh.
So true. Oh yeah, another white Henley.
Yeah.
Those white Henleys.
And the shirt that's
the
like
Henleying.
Like
the James Dean.
Yeah.
White tee. Yeah.
He needs to keep wearing those.
The James Dean daydream look in his eyes.
Sociopath look in his eye.
Yay for Taylor.
Oh yeah. So I have Ryan Guzman HQ on tweet notifs. It's great.
So do we. Yes. Best decision we ever made.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I get like notifs
double.
Because I have it on the buddy system and then my personal.
I know.
Twitter.
And then I always end up clicking on the buddy system notification one, and I never know which is which. So then I'm like, no, I just want to be in like my account. Can't be doing any of that stuff on the corporate account. Okay.
Sometimes I send DMs from the buddy system and I'm like, oops.
Yeah, it's funny because normally I'm the one doing it. So when I see someone else doing it, I'm like, who are you?
Imposter. I know. I do that on TikTok though. On TikTok DMs, because I'm like, everyone's gonna think this is Han sending it, but it's me.
I'm not on there like at all anymore. I've taken such a huge step back from like interacting with fandom since the finale because I liked it and I'm still like excited and hopeful and happy, and I'm just trying to like maintain my peace, and I don't want to like tell other people how to feel either. So I'm just kind of like,
don't bring me down.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Yeah. Because we are fairly positive about.
We're pretty positive. We keep coming up with more episodes to do about season 8, like in a positive way, mostly. Yeah. Except for the only one that we're kind of like is the production, like PR.
Yeah.
Episode.
I'm fascinated to do that one. I have a feeling I'll probably be doing most of it.
Wait, for which one? Sorry.
The PR special, like where we do
talk about like the PR.
Breakdown of, not like a breakdown of the PR, but just like
commentary.
Yeah.
Like
meta commentary. Like nobody asked us, but this is what we would have done.
Yeah. Think of it as a resume ABC.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it as a
You know,
performance review
video
/ resume.
Like a character study,
Yeah.
but for real life thing.
Yeah.
What do they call those? There's a word for that where you just like deep dive into something in particular. I don't know.
A deep dive.
Thank you. That is not the word I was looking for. Retrospective? No, that's not anything.
Can we talk about how the kids do heart hands really quick?
Again?
Oh my god.
You're
Is it?
really aging us.
Do it. Every time I think I've
I can't
mastered it,
either.
I can't. Wait.
Like,
Wait.
Is
it
it
this?
this?
Is it this? Am
No,
I doing
that's
it?
still yours is actually like that's
That's the millennial. Is
Yeah.
this the Gen Z heart? Am I
that
doing
is.
it?
It just
You
feels
all are gonna
arthritic.
get carpal tunnel. I hope you know. These are T-Rex hands.
I know. I'm just like, nah. I can't
How do you
figure
do it?
I don't know. These kids and their hypermobile joints these days, and
Kill them at the beginning of the season, because spoiler alert for our episode coming out next week.
we have some thoughts.
We have thoughts. It's kind of like the most like tinfoil hat we've ever gotten, where I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm like, here's not really facts, but here's the things that we know, and then here's logic, and here's what we think might have happened, or possibilities of what we think might have happened.
Yeah. We're making a few leaps and bounds, but like also educated
guess. Yeah.
So I would love
keep
to
my
talk more
thumbs
about
in
that
because
later.
gang signs. Oh no, I can't. I'm just gonna be
It
doing
doesn't
the
work that way.
millennial
Yeah.
heart. It's good enough for
Just,
Taylor
it's
Swift.
easier. It's easier on your. It's easier on all.
I
of your
can't.
joints.
I can't. I actually have arthritis, so I can't. Yeah. Being hypermobile is all fun and games until everything starts breaking down.
Don't get old, kids.
Yay, see? Even Gen Zers can't all do it.
Who made it up? I don't know.
I don't
Anyways.
know. They probably were like, the millennial heart's cringe.
It's so cringe.
It's so cringe.
Cringe is dead. Embrace the cringe.
We killed it. Why did you bring it back? We slayed the beast. We slayed the monster.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Oh. Yikes.
On a recorded line.
We did.
Oof.
We tried.
Yeah. The thumb and the first finger hearts. It's like that, right?
Yeah.
Those are cute. Yeah.
These?
I think.
Yeah, like the little K-pop ones.
Oh. I also
cute.
don't. I can't. It's cute.
It's
Other
cute.
people do it.
I can't.
Is it like a micro generation, Carter, where it's like kind of like Zillennial? Because like that's a micro generation.
Zalpha? I'm just gonna go.
You're just making shit up now.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Dear God.
I can't. Every time I'm reminded how young Carter is.
Oh my god.
Because your soul is so old. Said with love and affection.
Okay.
You have the spirit of like a curmudgeonly
like 85-year-old. And we love that.
Yeah.
So do we. Oh. If anyone else has ever watched Boy Meets World, my favorite thing ever
I love
is that one episode where Corey is like has his first girlfriend and she's like very clingy and he's like, oh my god, I'm gonna be like tied to her forever, and then he like does the you imagine future tripping and
Yes.
he's all old in the diner and he's like taking the forks and the knives and they want you to take the rolls. That's me inside. Just old Corey Matthews.
Yeah, if you haven't watched Boy Meets World, or if you have, just think about Corey Matthews, because that's about 70% of Rachel's personality.
Yep.
I have not watched Boy Meets World.
I know.
So
you
good.
still haven't
Yeah,
watched
it's
Anniversaries.
fine.
You're too young.
No, but the thing is, like,
No.
all of my friends
No.
watched it.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I watched it on when it was
Like, when I was-
syndicated.
So, like, Boy Meets World, Full House, I forgot what else. There were some shows that I was just not watching because I was just watching cartoons. But, like, the kids that were my age were watching that. So I don't know. I don't know what it was. I don't know. Maybe I was like, I'm a 5-year-old. I should be watching cartoons and not like, maybe it's because like I didn't have siblings, like
People
older
shows.
siblings. So yeah, I couldn't watch real people shows.
I don't know.
At 5-year-old. Except for, I think, what was it? Like the one with the boxes, the kid show with the
Out of the box.
out of the box and
Oh,
Out
the other
of
one. Yeah.
Out of the box.
Yeah.
I love that one.
I love that one too. Yeah. Not the Wiggles. I feel like the Wiggles was late.
The Wiggles was later.
Yeah, no, I was not
For
watching
me, at least. It was.
What the fuck was Teletubbies?
Teletubbies was.
That was for my sister. My sister was a little older for that, but like.
My youngest brother is 9 years younger than me, and Teletubbies was huge for him. And Dora.
Oh yeah,
Dora. I
Dora
was
big for my
too old
sister.
for Dora.
Teletubbies was creepy.
And I was even
weird.
kind of too old for Blue's Clues at the time that was really coming out.
No, does anyone remember like Boobah, which was like Teletubbies but like on steroids? And I felt like
you're telling me Teletubbies was not on steroids?
not in comparison to Boobah.
Has anyone ever watched Zoobly Zoo? Because that is like a canon event of why I'm so fucking weird. I'm convinced.
I don't know
one
that
of the
one.
reasons. It's basically just like, what if we made a show about furries for children? Because it was just like a bunch of like grown ass people in animal costumes singing weird songs. It's very, very late 80s, early 90s.
Okay,
Weirdness.
It was a little too early for me.
Yeah.
Zoom. Send it to Zoom.
No.
Oh, I loved that one. That's how I knew the Boston zip code. Send it to Zoom. 02134. Anyways. Just going down.
What do we think?
Memory lane.
What do we think like Buck and Eddie grew up watching?
Probably whatever I was watching.
No, they're older.
No, they're like Rachel's age.
Are they? Isn't one of them like 2 years older than me?
I think
it's just 2 years. It's not that much.
No, they're like 91.
Yeah. But still is 2 years younger than me.
Yeah.
So it's pretty close. Because I'm 92 and I think they're 91, so it would have been about the same. Wishbone, Blue's Clues, Little Bear.
Yes, Aaron. Not the mama. I loved that fucking show.
That was a weird show. The dinosaurs one with like, oh, I love Dragon Tales.
I did love Dragon Tales.
And Reading Rainbow.
Oh, Reading Rainbow, the goat.
I was a PBS kid for sure. So
no,
Arthur,
you know what?
Rogers,
Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
Magic School Bus.
Yep.
My favorite. Like, I don't know. I am of the very strong belief that like our generation of like kids programming television was like the
this one
goat.
was creative. Yeah.
It was the most creative, the most educational as well, because we had like Wishbone, which covered literature, Magic School Bus, which covered science, Reading Rainbow was also reading. Like, so many of these things were so good. And I can like 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, I can relate almost anything back to the Magic School Bus, one of those episodes. So feel free to try me whenever you want.
Eddie grew up with telenovelas. That's my canon.
Oh,
Heck
yeah.
yeah.
Well, absolutely, especially
100%.
Abuela.
Yeah. I feel like Eddie, like both Eddie
that man was
and
probably watching Caso Cerrado. Oh my god.
What's that one?
It's like the Judge Judy, but in Espanol. And it would
Oh my
be
God.
on. No, I'm being so for real. Because every day after I come back from school, like that's the only thing that was on the television. So you had to like that's I'm telling you. That's what he was also watching. Because that was the only thing that was on. And then the novella started like literally after 6 or 7 p.m. But yeah. Sorry, that was my lore.
No, I love that, because I was kind of thinking like they probably wouldn't have watched a lot of television just because of I don't know stuff, but like I feel like Buck could have watched the Magic School Bus and like science stuff.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Bill Nye the Science Guy too.
I'm getting too excited over this.
Okay. That was Buck's favorite.
Yeah.
That's my new headcanon.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah.
Bill. You know the couple that comes up with the dances for all the like nostalgic theme songs? Have you seen them on TikTok?
Oh, yes. What are their names? Coy and I forget.
I know. Yeah. Have you seen the Bill Nye one?
No.
Hold on.
Does everybody need to see this?
Yeah, everyone needs to see this.
My tummy just growled. I'm so
hungry. I heard it.
It's like, ooh.
Could have grabbed the snack.
I
have to.
It is what it is. But yeah. Buck would have watched Bill Nye. Eddie would have watched the telenovelas. And I don't think they would have watched much else.
You know, this one clip of Caso Cerrado like went so viral. It's about like this girl who was like trying to speak to the judge like in English, where she was like, "No, you're not doing that here. You have to speak Spanish." Like, I'm surprised you guys never seen that, because I mean, it's a more recent clip. It was it's a more recent clip.
All right. Are we ready?
Sure.
Yes.
The fuck am I watching?
Wait, what is the name?
Oh, it's Costume-Mare.
Costume-Mare.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's close.
There's a story behind it. That's not actually their names.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Science rules.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Inertia is a property of matter.
They kill it every time.
I know.
T minus 7 seconds.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
There's a reaction of Bill Nye reacting to it too. It's it's cute.
Buck would have totally loved Zaboomafoo, the Kratz brothers. Yes. 100% yes. The Zaboomafoo, which was like a spin-off of the Kratz brothers, but like, oh, so good. He would have loved that. Anything with like Steve Irwin as well.
Oh, Zaboom. Okay, I forgot about that show. I feel like I erased that from my memory.
Anything with animals, and that's one of the reasons why he loved going to the zoo.
Yeah.
And why he knows so much going to the zoo. Yeah. Like anything educational. based
Mhm.
for Buck, so he could just like absorb that information, because I don't think he was really able to pay that much attention in class. So
Mm-mm.
so yeah. I feel like he would have liked Wishbone, but it wouldn't have kept his attention as much.
Wishbone. I love that show.
Also, I cannot find like Wishbone anywhere to stream. I think it's on
Really?
PBS. I think I saw it on YouTube at some point, and I'm like, I need to rewatch Wishbone, because I feel like I would just like get so much more out of it now, like having read some of that stuff.
I think that I had an issue with the lemur too. I think my brother really liked that show, and I just erased it from my memory because I didn't like it for some reason.
I
Yeah.
loved some Boo-Foo.
Oh my god.
Mm,
But yeah, Buck being a Bill Nye the Science Guy
yeah.
will live in my mind forever now.
You know what they should do?
What?
You know how like Nick at Night used to have like all of these like reruns of old, like slightly older shows, like
Mhm.
older kid teen shows from like the 90s and the 80s. They should do that, but like for children's programming of our time, so we can watch all that stuff again. Like
All
the
of
reverse
the-
of that.
All of the Nick stuff is on Paramount Plus.
Mm. Yeah, but
Like all of it.
I'm talking about like the PBS.
I know. Well, I just hope that we can like have those archives just like period.
Yeah.
Because it's like getting defunded. We gotta talk about something else, guys. I'm getting depressed.
Okay, anyways. More Buddy stuff.
I love Mr. and as someone from Pennsylvania, yes, Mr. Rogers is the goat.
Always.
Damn, it really sucks that they don't have like one with like. I was looking for the clip that I was talking about, the one that went like super viral.
Yeah.
But it's in Spanish and there's no like English. I can't find one with English subtitles so everyone else can understand. It will be an offline thing because I think it's kind of funny. She was mean. The judge, I mean, to this girl.
Oh.
But like, I mean, if you watch the actual like episode,
Is
you
it-
understand the context. It was the one who's like, I don't know if you've seen it, but it was like the one where she was like, your name is not, no, your name is Luna, your name is not Moon. Like, I don't know, she made fun of this girl.
Oh my god. Wait, so is it like a reality, like a Judge Judy, or is it like more scripted?
That's a good question. I thought it was like more Judge Judy. I don't
Or it's
really
like
know.
real people, real cases
I don't know.
or something. I don't know.
Actually, like, I actually don't know.
Hmm.
I
That's
think
okay,
it's like
just
a
curious.
Judge Judy. I don't know.
Mm.
I'd never really looked
The
into
vibe.
it. I just know that it's on TV, and that's what I was occasionally glancing at while I was eating dinner.
Yeah. Wait, send it to send it in DMs.
I got you.
Based on real cases, but acting.
Ah,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Jill, that's a great question.
Jill, you always have like excellent questions to
What's the
keep us
question?
on track.
What's our ideal Maddie Eddie interaction in season 9?
Ooh. Well,
Oh,
I feel
you
like
sent it. I thought I was sending it.
I want it to have nothing to do
Oh.
with Buck.
mm,
I want them to connect on one of the many levels that they
their shared traumas.
yes, and I want her to be able to like give him some advice on like you know, letting himself like not letting himself find joy, basically. I can't find a better way to word that right now. But like because of like she understands guilt over failing your kid. Like she
Mhm.
understands that.
Yes.
So I think
Yeah.
maybe that would be something I would like to see, or just them like hanging out.
Would be so great. Yeah, it's just like how, to me, my brain goes to like, how would we get them to be in a room together?
Well, here's my
And-
thing.
Because I also want
Whenever-
like a Buckless like interaction.
Whenever Buck was
then they
like,
can
I
broach
gotta
it later.
tap out for advice because I am not an expert in what you need advice on, he would
Mhm.
send him to Bobby, but he can't do that anymore. Especially
Now he
because
could send
even
him
if he
to-
wanted to like go talk to Bobby's grave, you'd have to fly to Minnesota. So
Wow.
I'm stating facts. I'm reporting the news. But maybe Buck can realize all the stuff that him and Maddie have in common. And then he can be like, oh my God, my sister gives such great advice.
Mhm. Yeah.
Talk to Maddie.
Yeah, yeah. My ideal interaction would be for them to talk about their kids and all that trauma.
You know what? I want them to get drunk. I want them to go out
That's also
and
fun.
get drunk. And then
Yes.
at some point during that, they like, you know,
They can
Bond.
unpack
They have-
so much.
they have a moment where
Yeah.
something
that
is
would-
talked about.
That would be a great way for them to
Yeah.
talk for them to feel freer to talk about like so much because
wanna
they
know how we
have
get
so much
there,
in
though.
common.
How do we get
Oh.
there?
Oh, I know how we do it. It's supposed to be a 118 like group outing.
Yeah.
Everyone has something come up, like legitimately has something come up, and it's just the two of them. And then we can have a line that's like, isn't it weird how like the two of us have never actually hung out together?
Yes. Oh, they have
then-
to acknowledge it.
Right?
Mhm.
And then
Mm.
they hang out and they have the best time ever. And don't
Yeah.
talk about Buck.
Yeah. Eventually
would be
they do,
great.
but like
Oh, eventually, sure. But if I get one thing, that's what I want. And I also think that it would be great because it would equal parts please Buck that his two favorite people are getting along, but also make him jealous that he was not there.
No, him and Chimney should be like, what is going on over there?
Yeah.
yeah.
They talk all the time.
What are they talking about?
What's happening?
New bestie status like Mhm.
Oh, that'd be so interesting.
Yeah.
Tim, and I. Never mind. Nothing.
You don't want to jinx it.
No.
But yeah, I would really I don't want it to be about Buck. I don't think it
Mhm.
should be about
No.
Buck. I think that would just be the funniest way to do it. Just like
Yeah.
an accident, because it would make the most sense. And then once they actually do hang out, they'll be like, oh wait, actually, we should be best friends.
See, the thing is, like, I want that so much, but I have a feeling the way the show would do it, it would be something about Buck bringing them together first, and then they would realize, like, hey, we like spending time together. Like, you're pretty cool, and then that would lead to more of that, which like
I think that's a
like,
harder
the most
sell.
ideal?
Because how is
Really?
he gonna get Eddie to do that? You should talk to my sister, and he'll be like,
No, like I don't think like Buck is telling Eddie to go to Maddie. I think one of them comes to the other on their own volition. Something about Buck. And like I don't know.
Wait, what?
I'm not saying never, but I just don't see it.
No, like that's how I feel like the show, like in showverse, like that's how they would get
How
there.
they would do it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
one of them is
Okay, I
concerned
see
about
that.
something regarding Buck, so they go to the other person.
Just feel like they would be
That
the
knows-
last people that they would reach out to.
And it might work out that way. I don't know.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think that's how it would work out. Like they would go, like honestly, I see it be Eddie trying to figure out what the hell is going on with Buck because of the whole situation, the house situation. If this is what we're
Mhm.
doing in season 9, I feel like he'd go to Hen first, and then Hen's like, I don't know, talk to Buck, and he's like, no. And then he'll like go down the list, and it's like, okay,
yeah.
Maddie. That's how I could see it happening.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, something about that. That's how I feel like it would play out, like how if I were to put myself in like the mind of the actual writers. I don't know.
That or Buck.
I agree with Carter. And I don't want to see them again.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
no, thank you. I just think it would have to be really serious. Like he'd have to
Well,
be
that's what I
like-
was gonna
yeah.
say next. I'm like, well, maybe like what's the line? Buck's been gone for a few days, or Buck, I haven't heard from Buck in a few days.
Oh my god.
No. Buck's gone on a hunting trip. I
My
haven't heard.
trauma.
I'm glad you guys got what I was trying to put
course.
down.
Drama. I still
Mhm.
hot take. I feel like a lot of my like wants and opinions in 911 right now are hot takes. Hot take. I kind of hope that Buck still transfers.
That is a hot take. I'm over
That's
here
a
like,
hot take.
I kind of hope he still transfers for a couple episodes because I think it will.
Okay, for a couple episodes, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
2 max. That's it.
Mm.
Like, I can't do this. I can't do this. Like, I can't. I just had to watch Eddie be gone for so fucking
How would
long.
he be gone? He'd still be like.
I'm
think
not
he
saying
would be there at the
off-screen. I
opening
don't-
emergency.
That's not what I mean. I'm just saying, like, I've been deprived of them interacting in the same space for so long.
Oh, well, sure.
So that's why I'm like, 2 episodes, not any longer than that. That's just a me
Yeah.
thing.
The way I could see that playing out is like, well, I'm not sure that actually would, because like if Chim assumes captain or interim captain, he would have the power to like, I think, stop the transfer. And after his whole speech, because I was thinking like, what if Buck like tried to stop the transfer, but it was too late.
He
Like,
wouldn't
it
have the
had
power
already
to
gone
stop
out.
the transfer. He
No.
already put in for it, and it's
Mm.
already going up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
if Buck still wants it, Buck
Yeah.
is the
There's a
person
fic
who
for
has
that,
to say
too.
no.
which would also kind of be a good parallel to Bobby from the beginning of season 8, where it's like he retired and then was like, just kidding, send me back, but they're like, sorry.
I just think because we really haven't seen Buck's full like crash out, his full spiral of the grief yet, and
Mm-mm.
I
Mhm.
really think that like him immediately moving out of Eddie's, and we don't, again, he is the most alone he's literally ever been, and I think that there's so much that could be done for him to grow and choose things for himself for the first time ever.
Mhm.
And for him to be able to choose the 118 as his family, like without thinking that he has to work there in order to be like
He
part
has
of
to keep the
it.
family together.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
don't know. I think it would be an interesting thing to do.
It would. That would be really interesting.
And
And that'd be a great way-
couple episodes. But he'd still be like, in my vision, he's still there for the opening emergency because it's a big emergency. There's multiple fire
houses.
companies there. Like,
Yeah.
and then there's even more tension between him and Eddie.
Yeah, it's
Getting
giving
stuck
lawsuit
together?
era.
I'm just saying.
Poor Ravi,
It could
he'd be partnerless again.
Or Eddie's his partner.
Eddie's his
Yeah.
partner. Or Eddie's doing both things, because that's kind of what we saw him do. Anyway.
He could.
They
think
could
so.
have, but
He
they
already-
also
but I'm
didn't
saying he
show
already did
Buck
it.
going okay. Like, there was actually no resolution for that.
No.
We know that Eddie didn't, because he's moving back into his house. So that's how we know Eddie didn't like take the job in Texas, because he's literally in LA. But for Buck, we don't have it.
I honestly
We don't know what's
think,
going on with Buck at all.
I honestly don't think we'll see the transfer, but I'm very interested to see the status of his
Living situation.
well, yes, I was gonna say like his address. Because I know what I would prefer
I
in
think
that
y'all need to
situation.
prepare yourselves for him to not be living on
Be there.
Bedford Street.
Oh yeah, I mean,
He's not. I don't think he's gonna be there.
I know. I just want him. I just want like the opportunity for like Eddie to possibly sabotage. You know,
I don't
Buck
think he's gonna have an
killings
apartment
and-
though.
no.
He's gonna be couch surfing for sure.
Yes.
I
But
think
whose
so.
couch? It's probably
might be
Hen or
helping-
Maddie's.
He might be helping Maddie and Chimney with the baby.
Yeah, but driving them crazy, and then Athena's like, "Why don't you just stay with me?"
That's
I would kind of love Athena
really
and Buck
want
roommates. I think
Athena
that would
and
be
Buck
the
roommates. That would
funniest
be fun.
thing. I don't know how likely it is in reality, but like that would be so much fun. Cause like I think anytime they pair Angela and Oliver together in a scene is just fun.
They have to give her a new regular scene partner.
Who's it gonna be?
That's what the most
Would
likely
also
person
be
would
okay
be
if it's
someone she
Hen.
lived with. Yeah, but
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
I think
Who
there's a
would-
lot more to do with
Did
her
Corinne-
and Buck.
Did Corinne graduate already?
I don't know.
I don't actually know.
I thought she did.
But I hope Harry and May are more involved in this next season. I think that would be great and like would ease some of
Bringing them
that
back in.
transition.
Yeah.
Bring them back into the fold, and I don't know what would May do? Like she was going to school for like
Anyone who remembers.
it was
Drop
like
it in the
that
comments.
general degree.
I've
I forget
got
what it's
no
called.
recollection of it.
I forget. But yeah. So maybe Athena's couch surfing in May's apartment. Actually.
So this is one of the
Which would
reasons
be
that I
funny.
really want it. The first reason is just because I think Athena really understands Buck. And we haven't seen them like really interact through this grief at all. And they
No.
were the people who were closest to Bobby and the people who like had to see him dying, like had last words from him.
The
So
last people to see him.
yeah.
So they have like that to kind of
They're
bond
both like the
over and-
loneliest that they've ever been. So I just think
Mhm.
it would be nice to see.
Perfect.
And
Yeah.
again, I know it's a hot take because everyone wants Buddy's roommates, but I'm just resigning myself to that not happening right now.
I'm fine living in the resigning myself to not happening so that if it does happen,
Oh yeah.
I'll be surprised.
I
But-
think it would be more meaningful if like he does move back in with like Eddie and Chris, but like he's asked
As
to.
a choice, yeah.
Yes. Instead of
Active
just
choosing on both
Right.
on everyone's
Mhm.
side.
I'm not even
'Cause
talking about
it
like in
goes
a
both ways.
romantic sense.
Yeah. No, but it's still like an active choice
Yes.
for like Eddie to ask and then Buck to
Mhm.
say yes. So I think that would be nice.
So it's a reversal from him asking people to move in with him.
Yeah.
No, he's being asked.
U-Haul theory, I'm telling you. Alive and true. Oh my god.
I do still think there's potential for a roommate storyline because I do think it makes sense for them as who they are and will be as a couple. Like they will be
like a trial
they've-
run almost.
but they've done everything backwards. So it's
Mhm.
literally going to be like, oh, now they live to they started co-parenting really before they like were even best friends. So
They
it was like
barely liked each other.
it was like not really enemies to like weirdly
Antagonists.
obsessed with each other
Yeah.
to co-parents to best friends to guardianship to
Yep.
So I do think that they could live together before they start dating. Yes, roommates to fiancés. Because I do think that
That's true.
I do think it would also allow the writers like a really easy way to have immediate tension,
Yes.
like when they do start like figure out their shit. Well, when they figure out their feelings individually, oh my god, there's tension because they live together. Tension when they finally start dating because oh my god, we already live together.
Like we've skipped so many steps. Like
Yeah.
this is already like such a serious relationship.
Yeah.
Already made family.
Exactly.
Which I don't think will freak them out. I think it'll freak them out because they think it'll freak the other person out.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That is the thing. They won't be freaked out about it, but they think that the other person, and especially Buck, because he always tries to be what other people want. So he's going to like act like almost in a weird backwards way, like act freaked out because that's what he thinks he should be doing, but he's actually not. He's like the most at home he's literally ever been. And yeah. Or he thinks that other people, like the outside, is not going to understand, from the inside. So they'll be like kind of defensive, like to Maddie and to Hen and to, everyone else. It's like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, did it? And I don't know, something like that. It would be.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to read the fanfic about it, but I'm not gonna like clown. I'm trying really hard to go into the season with zero expectations of what the fuck is actually happening.
Like we can have
wish lists.
Not even like theories. Yeah, just kind of like things we'd like to see.
Yeah.
But it's also hard at this point because we literally know zero things.
And because we were flying like hitting some big things this season, and then they were like Bobby Bones, and we were like, what's even happening here anymore? So I feel like we're in a new terrain.
We were pretty on track with not gonna say like we predicted stuff, but we were just like, here's a couple ways that they could do like A, B, and C as like potential storylines, and we got pretty close, and then all of a sudden, nope. Just
so yeah.
Got hit like a train.
With a tree fell on us?
Yeah.
Those were good bones. So true, Carter. They were the best.
The friends were the trees that fell that we made along the way. I don't know, whatever it was. But bones. Good bones.
Yeah, those were good bones. Let's keep it that way, unless they bring him back for, I don't know, some weird interaction with Eddie.
That's my other hot take.
Oh yeah. I'm so into this. Yes.
Yeah. Like that's
No, say it for the people. I love this idea so much.
I talked about it in the episode that comes out next week. Because we talked about like a season 9 wish list. I kind of want one more Tommy appearance.
One more.
But I don't want it to be with him and Buck. I want it to be just him and Eddie. And I want Eddie to just be like out and about doing an errand by himself and runs into him.
Like a grocery store or something.
Yeah.
Which would be that would be fun.
Which is a place where we've seen tense scenes happen before. Yeah, but just to have some sort of confrontation of like, oh, you're back. And have him kind of either plant a seed or a bomb. Their choice. But
well, he's known for bombs.
He is known for bombs. But I really think that like seeing him be back there like would piss Tommy off. So he might go like the nuclear option.
And I think it would be so interesting too, because like for all intents and purposes, like we got closure enough with Buck and Tommy, but we never saw any of that with Tommy and Eddie, which would be so
Yes.
like
Mhm.
delicious.
Yes, because we've gotten the full circle. We've gotten everything we needed for Buck.
Yeah.
He planted the in love with Eddie you see there.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen him mirroring like stuff surface level for Eddie. Now we need him to plant that idea in his head as well. I'm sorry.
The last
this took
plot
me the
to devise.
Tommy and Gerard
Okay.
show up in season 9 and they're married now. No homo. And both get run over by a clown car that then reverses back over them. Only Gerard dies. Everyone sees it happen.
How do you come up with these?
I don't know.
Is this the sequel to Bobby in the Woods?
This season really did make me think that Gerard is gay, though, which I don't know if that's another hot take, but
I don't think so. I think it's
the way he is
simmering under the
with
surface.
Brad
God.
Torrance.
With Brad Torrance, he like loves Buck now. He really admired Eddie's handsome mustache. Like
calling Robbie and Buck pretty boys. Like, there was just a lot.
There was a lot simmering under the surface. And I mean, like, now that we have precedence with Tommy, you know, like,
It feels like I hate it here.
I really do.
Yeah, no, actually, so valid and true. That's the litmus test.
That is true.
mm-hmm.
He complimented his mustache.
I just had a thought, but
know?
I can't say it here.
Send it to the group DM so you don't forget. I want to know it. They just heard each other summer of Tommy Gerard.
So you're so scared.
May we offer this to another part of the fandom?
Oops, sorry. I was trying to take a screenshot.
Oh my god.
Of what? The comment?
For my thought.
Oh.
Her private thought. Her not for main thought. Yeah, anyway, I would like to see Tommy one more time and then be done. I would love for him to be like, I'm moving. It's just so like to make it clear that we're never seeing him again.
He's transferring to somewhere else.
Yeah.
Not Texas. Han, you gotta put it up on the
Wait,
the screen.
where is it?
Carter said, so why do you sound so dismissive? Joking. This is literally my craft.
I'm not being dismissive.
I know he's joking.
If you know, if you know, you know I'm not being dismissive. I love it.
Oh man.
No.
But yeah, anyway.
I will just exaggerate my reaction to it.
I just really think that we need the jump start for Eddie, and we need, because the last time we saw Tommy was like, why was he there? It was the first time he was there to not be a plot device. So like I kind of just need do the thing that we need to do for Eddie, and then remind everyone that he's a plot device, and then tell us he's moving.
Goodbye. I don't even
Because
need
now
the
they
moving,
can
just, like-
use Lucy whenever they need a pilot now, a helicopter pilot. Because
I know. I kind of feel bad.
Oh, yeah,
I
very
also
eligible.
didn't. Not that I was paying that much attention, but I also saw like zero marketing for Rescue High Surf, except for like the couple weeks
beginning?
before it aired.
Yeah.
But it's like, did they even put any money into the advertising at all? Like,
No, they were like, everyone left. Everyone stopped watching our network because it went to ABC.
What else does it have going for it? I don't know.
What? Never mind.
My vote is for San Diego.
Just somewhere. Just move somewhere.
Not Florida.
Who are we
Not
talking about again? Tommy or
Tommy.
Gerard?
Don't send him to Nashville. Don't give that man a job.
Yeah.
Jill, no.
Don't send him to Florida. Send him to fucking South Dakota or some shit. What?
South Dakota and can like Jody would just cut him down real quick. Jody Mills.
Yes.
From Supernatural.
Mills.
Sorry, North Dakota. My bad. One
Okay.
of those. One of those.
No, I thought that would be funny if Jody like gave him a turn talking to.
Oh, it's time to show up and plot device one more time, and at the end of the scene, he gets snatched by a very large hawk and carried away like a squirrel in its tail.
It'll
That's
be
the
multiple
opening
hawks.
emergency.
Realism.
Oh, so speaking of realism,
A hawk flock.
so the
Fucking
semi-
Christ.
so those bees today, huh?
At me. Oh my god.
Again.
How
Again.
does he do that? How, Tim? What like crystal ball does he have? Because like, and the thing is, like, this happened at another point, but not, I think, to this
Was it-
extent. Which was
it
like,
was it like a couple of weeks after B-NATO was announced?
maybe like a month or two. Yeah.
That's some
Something like
crazy
that.
work, my dude.
But, like-
and twice.
I don't think the first time it happened in real life was like nearly as much as the 250 million bees of this one in Washington. It was Washington State, right? Like,
Yes.
which was that wasn't that about the same amount? Like in
It was millions of bees.
it was like it was specifically like a 200 million something number.
Holy sh-
And I'm just like, that's so specific.
How are our
Yeah.
friends in Washington?
He did.
Is it
Someone
anywhere?
lives there.
Is it?
Is it?
No, I'm talking about like Serenaded. Was it near?
Oh no, it wasn't near because they're like right outside of Seattle.
Mhm.
I don't think it was near there.
I don't know.
They're
where
talking
it
about
was.
one of our patrons is from
That area.
North-
Pacific
area.
Northwest.
yeah, Pacific Northwest.
Mhm.
But I couldn't remember who.
I remember.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Aaron. Oh, was it all over like the local news? That must have been crazy.
Yeah.
For it to get picked up nationally, like
near the Canadian. Oh, so it was really, really far north.
so they would have to start saying they.
I hate you right now. It wasn't even that funny.
Mm-mm.
Your reaction makes it funnier. I
Like,
live
this
for
girl
this.
gets angry when she laughs at your jokes. It's really funny.
I know. I love it.
I can't even do the frowny face that you do.
We have to do a side by side of
Oh
this
my
face
God.
and
Oh,
Ryan's.
we were gonna do that.
Where
You
is
have
this
to find the picture.
I will.
Because Scylla and I don't have whatever facial muscles allow you to do the actual frowny. Like I just am like straight face. It doesn't.
Oh shit! I
It's
have
so
to.
cute though.
Thanks. Fucking tab, bro.
I can't do the
I
frowny
didn't-
though.
I didn't realize I was so special in that way. I don't know if that means my face is more like elasticy or what. But
I don't know.
yeah.
I also
Do
can't
your-
lift one of my eyebrows.
Do your
It has to
best
be both of them.
sad but also mad face. Hold on. Once I do want to
This is
see.
gonna be hard because now I'm gonna be laughing. Wait, are you gonna put it up side by side?
Yes.
or-
yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to put it up. Hold on. Because I need to see this.
And you got to make Rachel bigger
Oh god.
than us so that we can actually.
Great.
Hold on.
Like- Oh no, not me.
How do you make Rachel bigger?
I don't know.
How do we? Does she have to do it?
It shouldn't.
Can you press the Shift 5 option?
Who?
You.
You.
Shift 5.
Why is it me? I don't want it to
It's
be
me.
me.
Oh. No.
Oh.
Are there more options?
Jeez.
Wait, where did Han go?
I had to remove myself from the stage to make it work.
Oh. What about like?
Is it this? But why doesn't
Yes.
this?
Or what
you
about
know
this one?
No, because we
No.
want to see you. We want to see your face next to his.
Oh wait, what's this?
It's hard for me because now I'm like laughing and smiling.
Oh. Oh, but- wait, hold on.
I'm trying to get like the angry eyes in there. That's very difficult for me.
Change the ship, fit, fill. How do
Yeah.
I? Yes, bring her forward. But I want to. Okay, so what if I just do this? That's not working. Sure, this is the best I can do.
Oh god.
Yeah, I think that's enough of that.
Incredible.
I don't know if I got the eyes right.
Oh dear.
You're welcome, everybody. Thank you.
No, Aaron, we can't.
Try.
I can't do it. We've tried. Like,
It's so funny.
I can't do it.
You both
really
look
can't.
so like concentrating. Like
How do you even do it? Like, I don't.
No, I can't do it. I'm just gonna
I
be
just-
making weird
I just do straight. I
faces.
just do the like. I can't.
like the meat
It just-
the meat face, like the
Yeah. It just goes up. It doesn't go down.
Someone train my facial muscle.
Yeah, I can't do it.
No, I can't. Like, I literally can't.
I can't
No.
believe.
I can't even make it do it.
You're welcome.
No, Rachel doesn't have the issue. It's just Syl and I
We can't do
can't
it.
do it.
This, like the sturgeon face, like the
How do you even do that? Because like your lips almost disappear.
oh.
Nope.
Mm.
I don't
Nope.
like turn them in. I'm just like
I
I
legitimately.
know. I have to do that, I think.
I can't. I don't have a lot of control over my facial expressions. Just like period.
In general.
Like no.
I have
maybe
a
it's-
resting.
It's
Bitch
maybe it's the
face.
resting bitch face, Syl, because Rachel doesn't have that.
oh, I smile. I
Because
use
she
my
smiles a
smile
lot.
muscle. My smile muscles.
We haven't exercised our smile muscles enough to be able to do it.
No, and
need to
honestly,
correct
if
it.
it's not the resting bitch face, it's the like.
Mhm.
I'm
Mm.
trying to smile so I don't look intimidating at all because that's not. It's not the first.
I just end up looking
people say.
annoyed when I try to do my like faux smile because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
Because it just looks so like faux smile.
I can't help it. If I don't care what you're talking about,
You're gonna know.
you're gonna know what you're talking about.
Yeah, or I'll just go like. Mm-hmm.
Which is the face that they make when I start talking.
That's not what we do.
A little bit.
Mm.
Sometimes. I've seen that
I'm
face
not-
directed at me.
I'm not
No,
gonna lie.
I'm just kidding.
And I don't mean that in a shady bad way.
No, I know. It's
I
fine.
just
like,
zone out a lot.
believe me. I get it.
The fact that I'm, for me, Rachel, the fact that I'm never looking at you means that I am listening to you. If I
Yeah.
was like staring dead into I'm in another world.
Yeah.
I can either maintain direct eye contact or I can listen to you. I cannot do both at the same time.
That's valid.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I can't do it.
It is a-okay. Yeah.
Can you remember what episode I yelled at you and said, "Sorry, I'm autistic, Rachel," because I really want to have it as like a reaction gif, and I can't.
I do
remember what it
not remember
Was
that.
that recent? That was not recent.
It all feels recent. It was probably like months ago.
If it was in season 2, it probably would have been an earlier one.
I think it was season 2. For sure.
If anyone
Mhm.
remember.
If anyone
Or
remembers, but I think
it
I think I
wasn't
cut
cut
it.
off.
I think I
Yeah.
cut
You
it.
might have cut it.
Yeah, because Rachel was making fun of Syl and I for like never making direct eye contact, and I was like, "Sorry, I'm autistic."
I do remember that comment. What? Which one was that?
I
Oh
remember
man.
that. I just can't make eye contact because like camera's like up there.
Yeah, I'd have to
Like-
like look up.
And then
So
if
it's, like,
I'm reading
above.
something, I'm like so,
The funniest part was that you, like, Han maintained eye contact with the camera the entire time for the Bobby Grief special.
Yeah, if you watch that episode, I hope that you felt uncomfortable.
Like it was the entire time, and I was very impressed.
Thanks. Because I was
You're
trying
just
to
like-
speak directly to Tip my ear. I was like,
Yeah.
and you should hear this too. That's how serious it is. Because I'm looking
Yeah.
into the camera. If I'm looking into the camera, I'm either like, this is very serious, or this is very funny.
Mhm.
Those are the only two options, really.
Yeah,
very
either
Almost,
very serious
but-
or you're on The Office. So
Yeah. I'm Dean Winchester / Jensen Ackles.
yeah.
I do it sometimes when you make a terrible joke.
Yes.
I pretend I'm on The Office. I'm like,
As you should.
to the distance.
That means my
Oh,
joke is good
man.
enough to have been on something like The Office. So thank you.
Oh, your humor would work there.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Ow.
so
You could say you are stuck with either Sears or The Office.
Yeah.
Thank you, EJ.
Yeah.
I
Still
didn't bring that
waiting
up.
for my dollar, but you said it. It's not even an episode.
I'll send you $1.
I'm kidding. What the fuck were
You
we
owe me
talking
$5,
about
Eddie.
before we?
we were talking
Here.
well, we were doing the side by side comparison.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then we derailed from there.
right.
Talking about our faces.
Oh, God. Yeah. No, I can't say that.
Aaron, stop saying stuck and trapped are the most referenced. It is
Yeah.
the well and stuck. And the well outlast. I do actually, I would love to see a counter. That would
Whoever someone do
be
that.
so great. Yeah.
We can't do that. We don't have time to do that.
I do not do that.
Oh, I definitely don't
But
have
if
time.
anyone
to do
is
that.
super bored one day and wants to count how many
Really
times I
wants
reference
to.
the well and stuck and give us definitive
It's been-
numbers, that would be fabulous.
The tsunami. Well, we're in season. That's topical. We're at the beginning of season 3.
Season 2 was stuck, so that was topical. It was one of the season themes.
Okay.
But we do have a lot of water puns.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
like the tsunami-
tsunami sandwich.
I love the tsunami sandwich.
I love our faces reacting to this.
Oh my god. Just what was it? Just like last week, still just like screenshot
Yeah.
Yeah.
Han's reactions to our own like social media post in the video.
Listen, I was traveling.
I know, it was so funny. It made me laugh. And I showed my dad and I was like, you want to see how done they are?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was cracking it.
Maybe if I didn't also live with someone who had the same sense of humor, I would laugh at your stuff more often.
It doesn't matter.
He doesn't get more laughs than you do, though. It's probably equal.
Thank you.
And he's the same thing. He's like, oh, I get it. It's not funny. And I'm like, it's not that it's not funny always. It's that you have to work for me to actually give you a laugh. Like, isn't it more satisfying that way? He's like, no. It's like,
No.
well, this is the established way
Pattern.
things work.
Yeah. It's literally any reaction is good,
Well,
is acceptable.
I'll normally
will
give
take-
you a reaction. Yeah.
I will take super done. I will take super annoyed.
Oh my
I
God.
will
Carter,
take any.
Carter, I'm
Oh my
a
God.
little upset with myself for starting this train.
Once Carter gets like
I know. No, he's gonna be
Oh,
talking about that
Lord.
and Bobby in the Woods.
no,
Oh my
actually
God.
no, I need now from Frozen 2 just like a Bobby edit to Lost in the Woods.
No.
Just for Carter.
Oh, just for
Lost in the
Carter.
Woods.
Oh my God. I need a break from Bobby edits, man. I opened up
Oof.
the floodgates the week before the finale and was like, I'll finally watch the
Oh.
sad edits now. Then
I watch
after a
them
week
every
of that,
now
I
and
was
then.
like, okay, I'm so good. I'm fine.
Some are good. They're really good.
They are really good.
Have we as a fandom decided what this is the summer of yet?
It's
I mean, I think there are some contenders. One really leading. I'm not sure any others have emerged to go for the title, as it were.
I don't know, but if
I'm
there's
sorry,
one
really
person
pleased
that
with
got
myself.
me, if there's one person that got me, Ryan's friend got me. And I don't even subscribe to that as much, but
Well, it's
It's out there
Ryan's
now.
friends and RGHQ.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
It's that combo.
Oh, yeah.
Mm. I know there are a few like challenges going on for both like Buck and Eddie.
Yeah, so that's interesting that there's two I need to go. I need to go.
No.
No.
Keep talking.
I'm looking at the comments. I'm sorry. Yeah. So there's like a. I would like to leave. I would like to leave this conversation right now.
Can I put
I didn't
this
even
one up?
start this conversation. Rachel started this conversation.
She made it worse by she's like going.
Yes.
I didn't say anything in particular. I just alluded to a few things.
Yes.
That
Yeah,
were
so there's,
still
there's-
factually correct.
There's a
No,
there's a
that
I'll
one.
say it with a straight face, okay? There's the pregnant bug challenge, and then there's the pregnant Eddie challenge, and then we got visuals. Yeah.
Not our fault.
Step up, Oliver.
Which one? 4 or 5?
Well, he wants 6.
Sorry. God, I just got it. He does want 6.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
So anyway, we need to change the topic.
Why? I love Mpreg.
No, that's not why.
I know.
Oh my god.
But specifically for Syl, send your I'm not saying that out loud. No, what Carter wrote. Your pregnant buck fix to Syl specifically.
And
I mean, like,
I'll
we'll-
take both. I'll take both.
I will too, but like she has a preference. She has an agenda.
Not to yeah. I just didn't want to I'll take both. I don't want to go into any discourse. Because the discourse
There's no
on Twitter
discourse
is
here.
No.
Mm-mm.
I but if anyone is wondering, I am verse for verse, so
Mhm.
I have no
Mhm.
yeah, I do have an agenda, but
I have to be verse for verse just like out of spite.
yeah.
Purely. I think I had an opinion at one point and now I'm just like y'all were being too weird about it. So
Mm.
now I'm just like whatever.
Exactly. Yeah.
No wonder.
Well, that one. Are you good over there, Rachel?
No. No. Ah.
These comments
Wow.
stay up on YouTube, so
Wait.
No, that's on
What?
Twitter. So
Oh.
that's not on YouTube.
oh good.
You're safe.
We didn't put it on the screen. We're good.
Nope.
Just in my mind.
I will never yeah.
Exactly. Who cares?
Yeah.
And if you care, then just put it in your filter that AO3 so helpfully has.
Mhm.
Just don't make it other people's problem that you hate one of the other options for whatever reason.
Don't yuck other people's yums.
Mhm.
And I see too much of that. I'm just like, read and let read.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
But yeah, it's just like whoever needs whatever in the moment.
Oh my god. We opened the
Excuse me.
floodgates to that. That was something.
We did say this was Buddy Chats After Dark, so you know.
You know what? You're right.
I don't think we could talk about Mpreg at any time of the day. This is the fandom podcast. We read fanfic. People know we read fanfic.
Sometimes my brain reverts back to like
I need another.
2011 when like you didn't talk about fanfic in public at all.
I mean,
And it was a secret thing.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so like
Sure.
I've evolved, but like sometimes my brain reverts back to that a little bit. It regresses just a little bit. So I'm like, oh. But
I'm not the one.
elaborate.
yes.
I would like to see more supernatural
Ooh.
and
Yes.
crossover fix.
It's so
I especially like when like Dean and Buck are like besties or like friends with benefits, and Eddie's seething.
jelly.
Hmm.
Those are good.
Actually, that would work. I was like thinking about it. I was like, wait, what do you mean? And then I was like, oh, right. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense because the other two would just be repressed duos. Yeah.
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay.
Wait, which duo are we talking about?
No, because she was talking about Buck and Dean, and then I was like, but Eddie, Dean, and then I was like, oh, right, because I'm of the Dean Eddie agenda.
Sure.
Of the
Similarities.
Yeah.
Similarities.
But
them
as
being
far as like
people-
befriending each other and
No.
being flirty and slutty,
No.
I don't know. I think
it's Buck and Dean.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But I think Dean would be really impressed with like Eddie's just
Eddie?
overall competence.
Sure.
He has a silver star.
No, but I think it's because like they're. I think if
But
You
like
might
they're
find him
similar.
annoying because he hates himself.
Yeah. They
They might find each other really annoying. 'cause
That's
they
fair.
hate
That's fair.
themselves.
I feel like Eddie will. Yeah. They will definitely find each other annoying.
Eddie would find Dean annoying.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Who's gonna
I
write
think-
that? Someone write that, please.
If I had the time.
Demon Eddie would cook.
Well, after watching this movie. There were times I was like, "Oh, you're giving something 100 bodies on you." Blah 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 blah. That
yeah.
the evil Eddie that showed up in that episode. God.
No, this is true. Eddie would hate Dean if Buck liked Dean.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Yes.
Yes, and they would like each other. They would immediately like be drawn to each other with like just their overall, just like extroverted, like the personalities that they project.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Styles when he was the Void Styles. Yeah. Very similar. That would eat. That would be so good. I would also love to see Buck like pick Castiel's brain for like information gleaning. Just like tell me about everything that you know about this
Tell me
subject.
what happened
and
in
Cass
100
would.
BC.
Yeah. Like his own personal Wikipedia.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be really cute.
Do
Just,
you
like,
really know
story
all
time with
those
Cass.
languages?
So you were actually there when, the Tower of Babel fell or whatever. I don't know. Just information.
Also, this is a headcanon that I had for Matt Murdock, so of course it also works for not a headcanon, just like a little AU interaction that I had for Matt Murdock and Cass. So of course it also works for Eddie. But you know how like Matt Murdock, if you know about Daredevil, thinks that he's like damned, like he has the devil in him. So he thinks his soul is like marred. So I always like imagined like this scene between like Cass and him where like he meets Cass, knows he's an angel, and this angel tells him that his soul is beautiful or like something like that. So like
the
imagine
opposite
that.
of like Cass and Sam's first interaction.
Yes. So like imagine like that, but like Cass and Eddie.
You don't think you deserve joy? Deserve to be saved?
Oh my god.
No, you're right, and you should say it louder, Carter.
You were crucified in your group chat. No, you were correct.
You are correct.
You are correct. Yes.
That's not like a ship. That's just a friends with benefit situation.
Yes.
People need to be more open-minded.
I think maybe read a fic like that before.
I've read like 2 crossover fics like that.
I
Yeah,
have
but not many.
But are there?
There need more. There needs
Yeah,
to be
I'll try
more.
and find them for you.
Yeah.
Anytime there's a supernatural crossover fic, I'm like,
Yes.
give it to me.
I read one where it was referenced, like Buck and Eddie were watching the show, and then they were like, one was complaining about something that was happening between Dean and Cass, but I don't really remember what that one was. I think it was like a post season 7 finale too.
Yeah, I think I read that where they're watching Supernatural together.
Post season 7
Yeah.
finale. Wait, season 7 of Supernatural or season 7 of
911.
911.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what happened at the end of season 7? Oh, and now I remember. Of Supernatural.
Was it? No, that's not the one where. That's not the one with the Mandalorian references and Eddie dressing up as Mando, right?
Oh, the Halloween one?
I don't think it was.
I don't
No,
think
I
so.
don't
That's a
think
separate
so.
fic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was.
I love that fic.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wish I remember what it was called.
I have it bookmarked
I
somewhere.
have it in my tab somewhere.
I
Oh
gotta
my
like
God.
start a spreadsheet to start remembering. The
I
fuck.
know. I'm so bad at because I read on my phone
I know
and I never read on my computer.
I know someone on Twitter made like some kind of
Yeah.
spreadsheet to keep track. I think I bookmarked
Like a
it, but
pretty
my
one.
Bookmarks are yeah, looked so
But-
nice.
Was it
Like
Webby?
if someone, huh?
Was it Webby?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think
don't
it was
remember.
someone else.
Okay.
But I did see a picture, but nobody had like the formula. I don't understand spreadsheet. I know how to make cell different color and pretty. That's all I know.
I was gonna say something about like because I just brought up the Mandalorian. I was like, well, anyone who at first I was like a little judgy when people were confusing Ryan and Pedro, but then there was like some kind of image that surfaced the other day. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh yes. Yes, I see why.
Yes,
it
please. Can you send it on the Discord? Like
Yes.
in the fic
The
chats
fic chats?
channel. Yeah.
Thank you.
Continue to be the MVP.
The best.
Seriously. The one and only.
Sorry, so you were saying the
Was it the tank top pictures of Pedro? And then we were all like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
well, there was one before where it was like a blurry picture from
Yeah.
like a restaurant or
And that's
something that
when-
was Pedro.
And that's where we're like, no, and that's where I was like, that's Pedro, not Ryan, because like everyone was like confusing him with him.
Right?
Yeah.
Or,
I
like,
don't think I
no.
confused them or thought they looked similar even with the tank tops. I was just like, oh, I'm getting tank top
Vibes.
war flashbacks.
Yeah.
Slutty tank top war flashbacks.
I don't know, but if someone, if Ryan ever sees those comments, he should feel very happy about them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I'm almost finished reading a fic. I think it's an older one. You guys talk while I try and find it.
Okay. I did read the one that Sil you recommended the other
Which
day.
one?
It was like the 50,000 word one from Effervescent Wolf. I think.
Was that the Witch Eddie? fic?
Yes.
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 Which Eddie?
It's the one that's been going around very recently.
Is it a
like,
new one?
Yes.
How long is it?
50K.
50,000.
It's
Still,
really
Still
good.
wrecked it in Discord. It
Like
is
new?
Yes.
Yeah, like
Hmm, I
this
don't know how I missed it.
this week.
Okay. Oh, that's why. Because I've been busy.
Yeah,
um
it's very
Also,
good.
everyone
What's the name of
decided
that?
like I was waiting for fix over 10K to drop for like weeks, and then it was like this week everyone was like, here's 20K 20K 20. I was like, bro,
I know so many.
I don't have time to read all these right now. Not that I'm complaining. I wish I
Oh,
had
here it
time.
is. The deepest secret nobody knows
I'll add that to my next
by
one, 'cause I love
Effervescent
Witch
Wolf
Eddie.
it's fantastic.
So I'm almost finished reading. A 3-year-old let me tell you about my feels fic called Let My Ink Stain Your Pages. And it's an AU where like the 118 minus like Buck and Bobby are actually like homicide detectives.
Hmm.
And
Ooh.
Buck is like murder mystery author.
That's fun.
Yes.
I
Very
did see-
angsty, and if you like murder mysteries, because they do put a lot of that in there.
They do a lot of
you'll like it.
world building.
They
That's
do.
let me tell you about my feels. Vic.
Yes.
I saw that they were posting again, but it wasn't for 911 stuff, and I was like,
They're probably still promoting their own fiction. Yeah,
Oh,
their
fiction?
own fiction.
no, because I was getting AO3 notifications for them,
Oh,
but
damn.
it wasn't 911.
It wasn't
was like,
911 at all?
cry.
Or was it
Hold on, I'm
Not-
looking.
another ship?
No, it wasn't 911. And I was like,
Gosh.
oh, I don't go here.
What are they?
I don't know what it
posting?
was.
Summer murder.
Oh yeah, someone. Yeah. So that sounds like Castle. A Castle AU.
Okay.
So aside from the
Wait, what's this one?
What? Oh,
The Just a
fuck,
Couple
yeah.
of Besties. I don't know if I've read that one.
Wait, I feel like I've heard of that one.
I didn't
That's
recall
not-
off the top of my
Why
head.
do I didn't read it. I know it was something that Is that the Freak for Freak one?
What? Which
Which
one? What are we
one?
talking about?
It was one that you and
sorry.
I found, I think.
Just a Couple of Besties.
Oh. Yeah, I think so. Hold on.
I didn't get to read that. I want to read that so bad. But like I aside from the Witch Eddie one, I recently finished
Was it 3?
3 by Buddie Aya.
Who's it by?
Yeah.
Buddy, I don't know.
It said they'll send it to the chat.
Oh.
Okay.
Cool.
So
thank you.
if
3 by
you-
Buddy Yaya, I think.
Buddy Aya,
Aya.
like it's
Oh.
Buddy Aya.
Mhm.
Okay, then
Um,
I slightly dyslexic, I guess.
There's no Y before the A.
That's how I
After
read
the
it in my
E.
head. I was like, yeah. Anyways,
No, it's
continue.
Buddy Aya. So yeah. That's basically the magic isn't really explained, but there is like some kind of like thing going on where like Buck like makes this wish where he gets to learn more about Eddie, especially like from like basically age 3, and it would skip like every like 3 years, and honestly like I really like me and Buck really wanted to hug this kid. It was so sweet and so sad.
Wait,
but happy
is-
ending, of course.
is this the one where the summary is like Buck really wished that he could have like known Eddie when he was younger?
I
or
want
is
to
that a
know
different
everything.
one? Uh-huh. Okay.
I wish you'd let me know you. I wish you trusted me with parts you never showed, the fears you don't name, the secrets you keep buried so deep even you don't look at them for long. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I want to read that one.
I think I did read this Just a Couple of Besties one. It's a little
It's
under
by-
5K.
it's
Oh.
by Memora Trash.
Yeah, it's like it's a 5-in-1 where it's like
Oh, fun.
everyone's like POV of like
Ooh.
them being normal platonic friends.
I feel
So
like
normal.
I read that.
Much
Yeah.
platonic.
I think I definitely read it.
Oh, I can't.
What was that fic that I read where it was like they had been screwing the whole time, but everything was the same, other than they'd been screwing the whole time.
Oh,
It was really good.
I don't know.
It was like canon,
Tell me to read it.
like adjacent or
reading
divergent
that?
up to like.
That sounds really familiar. The
I think
problem
it
is
was up to season 6.
The problem is
I'm having the same
I
problem.
almost can't retain like what I've
Me
what I've
neither.
read.
It's like wishing to be the friction. I definitely
remember
have
that.
read that.
That's a
but
good
that
one.
is not what I'm talking about.
But it's a
love
good
that
one.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Jill, I will do my best. I need to start I read so much.
You do so
And I
much.
really
and you remember
need-
everything, and I'm just like asking.
Yeah, but I won't remember the title of shit like half of the
No.
time. I'll be like, I
Yeah,
read
that
this fic
too.
where da-da-da, and you're like, cool, where's the link? And I'm like, oh,
And then
it's in the ether somewhere.
you ask me like, oh, what is this one about? And I'm like, so it's this and that, and they do something and they go somewhere, and like literally cannot remember. And like I can remember more when I read books. I don't know. Like sometimes I can see like certain, like I can see the layout of like a certain phrase or sentence like in my head, or like if it's a book, like where it is on the page,
Mhm.
but like I can't remember what the fig is about.
So I'm gonna do Julie a solid. Julie probably doesn't watch us, but like Water Lovers came out. That was really good.
So
By Xylodemon.
If you haven't read Julie stuff, just go read all her buddy fic.
all of it.
That
All of
is-
it.
I haven't even read all of it, but like it's good.
She is a friend from Supernatural fandom and one of my favorite writers from there. So like it's great when you have like writers that you love from a different fandom and then you converge in another fandom and you're like,
Yeah.
oh yes.
Yeah,
I know this shit's gonna be good.
God, there's a lot. I know you and I have a Steve Tony writer
Yes.
that is watching the show that I
Mm.
hope
I'm
they
waiting.
start-
I'm waiting.
Hope they start writing.
Yeah, me too. I think they're kind of stalled out right now.
Yeah, they
'cause
kind of
real
are.
life stuff is happening.
I went through their thread of their live watch, and where they were like, "Oh, and this brings us to 413," and then they were like, "And nobody gave me a warning."
But no, why would we warn you?
No,
You have to be jump scared like the rest of us. Or at least I was jump scared. I didn't know
you
about
were
it.
jumps.
Wait,
I
for
was
which
on
one?
Twitter that day for the shooting.
I didn't know about the shooting
Oh,
or
yeah.
the lightning strike. I didn't know about the tsunami. Like I knew I came in here with nothing. Except
Mm.
knowing that Buck kissed a band and he was bi now.
You
That
were
was
like,
my
sign me up.
knowledge. I was like, I'll watch this in the background. Just so like I can be here in case they actually do the thing.
I'm glad that I wasn't spoiled for the tsunami. That I wasn't spoiled for, but the shooting, I was actually on Twitter that day, and then but I was not in fandom. And the lightning strike, I saw it in edits because
See,
who
I
I
didn't
am.
start watching edits
I should have
or
done
reading
what you
fic
did.
until I was caught up with everything.
I started
I'm-
reading fic after season 4. That after I watched season 4, that's when I started reading fic.
I'm trying so hard to remember, and it's like, I kick myself so much because like I started the show before either of you, like years
Yeah.
ago. Like I started in I think 2021, like summer of 2021, and I watched like season 1, season 2,
It's the
season 3.
shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got to like the beginning of season 4, and it was like all the COVID stuff, and I was like, it's still too soon. I can't deal with this right now. So like I put it down, and I was like binging that stuff. Like, so I think there was also just like there was a little bit of emotional whiplash. I don't know what my brain was thinking. I really enjoyed it, but like I didn't connect with anything fandom wise. So, but I think I saw a couple things on the dash, and I knew about the shooting. And I was like, oh, that show that I have to pick back up. And then I could have been watching the whole time.
The hilarious thing is too is I edited 2 sort of brilliant podcast episodes about 911 where they sorted Buck, Eddie, Chim,
Mhm.
Maddie, and Josh.
Yeah.
Retained nothing from that.
Mm.
Because I had no idea what they were talking about when I edited it because I hadn't watched
Yeah.
it. But like that was full of spoilers.
At least you retain nothing.
Yeah.
It's just like, because I do think I remember just like being on the very, very outskirts of like 911 Twitter fandom, so like I was aware enough
Mm.
to notice that's what
Well,
that
that's
was
the
from.
thing is like
but-
I never really saw any 911
Oh, hi,
stuff
Kato.
until 704. I didn't really see anything infiltrate my timeline, and that's when like my timeline was almost nothing but that. And that's why Syl and I were like, what's happening?
Yeah, it just like flooded everybody's timelines, and it's like, oh my god,
yeah.
I remember.
now-
I was like, what is happening on this fucking firefighter show? Like, what are we doing? And then I think we sent like each other the scene, and then we're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Like, oh, I was like, oh, I guess they did the thing. I didn't know who Buck and Eddie were, okay? I never watched the show.
Yeah,
And then I
that's what I was
messaged
trying to
Meg and I
figure
was like,
out.
hey, congrats. I was like, hey, congrats. And she was like, yeah, kissing the wrong guy. And I was like, oh, okay, well, let me know when they do get together and I'll watch the show. And then like 2 weeks later, I was like, is the Buddy system a good name on one podcast? Oh my god.
Yeah, I think I was also confused. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's not the guy. Like, I knew in my heart, I was like, that's not him. That's not, who, like, Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I know that's not him. Who is
I don't think I
that?
watched the whole scene. I just like watched the GIF,
There was so
of
many.
the kiss.
Yeah. No, I think
and I was like,
did
oh,
watch it.
congrats, they did the thing.
Because I was like, I'm pretty sure one of them was like Spanish. Look, I was like, I know.
You're like, where's my representation?
And then I learned to find out that it was going to be a character that I hated. Always had the bad vibes. Always.
I tried really hard to be objective.
You really did.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Not
really
just with him, but with everyone.
Yeah,
with everyone. I tried really hard with Abby too, and I was like, I can't fucking stand. I can't fucking stand this woman.
Yeah, well, that's also because you watched season 1 after you heard all the bad stuff about.
I feel like you're. Well,
that's not why. It was seeing literally
know.
what she did.
No, I
and
know.
how she
I
treated
know.
him.
I was trying to make a joke. He's okay.
Yeah. So I was.
Oh yeah, I had because I started on
being
season 2
so
and we got to the end of season 3. Mind you, I still hadn't watched season 1. We got to the end of season 3, and it's like his fiance is Abby, and I was like, "Who's Abby?"
That's valid.
His fiance's Abby.
And I was like, "Who's Abby?" And I was like, and then she showed up, and I was like, "Oh, is this the person from the? Oh, okay." Because like my experience with her was just like the couple times she's mentioned while Buck is being, in my first viewing, a little bitch baby at the beginning of season 2. Yeah. No, I think I still wouldn't have and I love Connie Britton. I think I still wouldn't have liked her character.
No, I don't think Abby was like the most likable character. Just like
I don't like when people use other people.
Yeah.
And lie about it.
No, but I think what really turned me off about it was when I was getting the vibes that they were gonna do the
Bobby thing,
the Bobby Buck Abby triangle, and I was like,
so glad they he confirmed that was like a thing that they were thinking of doing.
Because we were like, are we crazy, or was that a thing that
was that a vibe?
There was a vibe. It was weird.
Yeah. It was weird.
Then they just kind of let it go.
There
was like a woman like that you have to and I was like, what do you don't know anything about this woman?
I know, and I wonder if it's because like if they dropped it because they knew Connie wasn't coming back for the next one,
no idea.
I don't know like when
testing the
that would
waters.
have
it was weird
transpired. Yeah, I mean that was like episode 6, so that was more than halfway through the season.
But
'Cause I
then they
think
should
that was
have known that she
Heartbreaker.
wasn't gonna come back.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think that was like part of the plan, and then like she didn't like they decided that she wasn't going to come back, and then they were like, okay, let's just drop it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Her hair is pretty normal looking. It's because she's a ginger. It's because she's a ginger. That's why her hair is getting complimented. Was it styled well? No.
No, but she also has just like very thick, voluminous hair too, so it's pretty.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I don't know, but
It's not how I would style it personally.
No.
no.
But yeah, I do understand Buck being drawn to gingers. Obviously, I dye my hair. Athena's endgame, if they had
That
committed
is a
to
pattern for
Bobby
him.
Abbey.
A little bit.
I don't know. They're just gonna keep her like perpetually single.
Because they did make that pivot very quickly, though.
It's
And I appreciate
probably
it.
one of the best decisions they made, and probably one of the reasons that their show has had good success and longevity, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She's ginger.
What?
Oh my god.
Mine. Okay.
Oh my god.
no.
Yeah. I can't believe it's been over a year since I started watching the show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can't believe it's been over a year. We've been doing this podcast.
Oh.
That's wild.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And like
Oh yeah, so
13 months.
yes, technically. The buddy system birthday
Yes.
is next week.
The anniversary
So-
of the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I consider its birthday, because that's when it was birthed into the world for people
Okay.
to perceive.
It was birthed
the
to us in our brains. It was conceived.
April
It was
17th.
conceived.
That's what I
yes,
said last
April
time.
17th.
It was conceived, which is different than a
Yes,
birthday.
You guys corrected
True,
me.
true.
It was conceived in like the end of April. It was a
It was
very
mid-April.
short gestation. but I think for anyone who's here now that wasn't here like at the very beginning, we were talking a little bit about I think we're gonna try to do like a little birthday celebration special next week, or live stream, not a special, next Friday on the 6th.
It's a special live
So-
stream.
Special live stream, yes, celebratory birthday live stream. So we should get cake
Ooh, we should get cake.
and balloons and party hats and a banner that says Christopher at the in the background.
You can do
801 801.
I know it. I
just-
know.
I know.
Can
well,
we green
hand in-
screen that? Never mind. Just
That would be funny.
I don't know.
I don't know if we can do that in here.
No,
To
I
be
don't know
honest
either.
with
It
you.
would probably have to be like
Can't we
the
do
camo.
virtual backgrounds? Oh yeah.
It would probably be camo.
It
But
would be. Mhm.
yeah. So
We'll
yeah,
plan
cake
it.
and ice cream. Will probably be on after
Hold on.
dinner, but like you can have ice cream before dinner too. That's fine. It won't stay
Oh my
though.
God, Rachel.
But like Friday is a good day to have ice cream before dinner.
Uh-huh.
I was prompted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll just like bloop, bloop,
Oh my
bloop.
god.
Your mind. Incredible.
I should be like, TJ, you have 1 week to finally make that sign you keep telling me you're gonna make for me to hang in the background. He said he was gonna laser. He said he was gonna laser that
Mhm.
like a wooden sign that lights up.
That would be so cool.
I know. He keeps bringing it up. I'm like, do it.
Bet you won't.
I'm like, do
You
it.
should say
And
that,
I'm like,
and then he will.
I think what is deterring him is I'm like, you're gonna have to make 2 more, because then I'm gonna have to give one to someone to Rachel.
Well, he's got like 2 months to do that, so
Mhm.
or like a month and a half
Who's
to do that. So.
Fred? Wait.
What?
Freddie, fuck a man.
Fake-
Hold on.
Fake man. I keep forgetting about that.
Did it not work here?
I'll never
I think I
forget.
just,
That's
like,
one of the
I'm
highlights of
repressing
our
that.
podcast. Still, say it in Espanol.
Wait, what? No.
No, when I was like, say Freddie
No.
Fakeman in
I know,
Espanol.
and
It's
I
one of my
just
favorite
remember.
moments of the podcast.
Yeah, because
It's still funny.
I think I said that first, and I was like, oh.
Freddie Fuckman.
When do they start filming again? We don't know when the
I don't
actual
know.
filming starts, but I think the crew, like the writers,
gets
like
there
production,
Yeah,
is
I think-
getting there June.
I think I remember last year they started filming late July-ish, early
They might
August,
be
late
doing-
July.
They might be doing it.
They might
earlier
be
this year. 'Cause
earlier.
It seems like they're starting production earlier.
Yeah, because like Ryan already went on vacation, and Oliver hasn't gone to the
The
mountains.
fact that
or
he
the
is
desert.
not off the grid
So-
somewhere is so weird to me.
So
right
that
now.
like makes us think that they're going to maybe start a little bit sooner.
Which, like, fingers crossed for everyone who works on the show, because I think if they could be a little more ahead, it would be better
Yeah.
for everyone.
Like it sucks that they wouldn't get in that scenario. It sucks that they wouldn't get like as much time off, but also like that might work out at the end.
Yeah.
Then also you'd like by starting earlier, you'd lock in the writing, you'd lock in the episodes, and then you wouldn't have to work 7 days a week. And then have to switch things up, sort of thing.
This was the highlight of my day. What do you
Wait.
mean?
No, that was fantastic. Thank you so much. That was a gift.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I felt very blessed.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
felt
there was going to
honored.
be audio of, like, and I missed the one you sent directly to us. There was like a screen recording, and I was like, oh my God.
The decibel levels.
Yeah.
A plus.
I was gonna say something. I don't remember. God, I don't remember what I was gonna
we
say.
we were talking about them maybe starting
Filming
production
earlier.
a little earlier.
Oh, right. Well,
You're
was-
like, do it while I'm there.
yes, that's one, but they're not gonna do it on 4th of July, week of 4th of July. They're not gonna do that.
No.
It's gonna be after.
Is that when you're there? Oh, I thought it was like late June.
No, I'm there. I will be spending my 4th of July in LA. So
It's fun. Sil can be our gal on the streets.
Everyone manifests
Our-
her running into
someone.
into someone
Someone.
in the streets of LA.
Yeah.
I was
You
gonna
can
say
you
something,
can
I was
report
like,
from the
"No."
streets.
I was gonna say something and I was like, but I'm gonna need the glitter bomb. That would actually I might be disappointed. If I'm like, damn it, I wish I had the glitter bomb. Like, I think I would be disappointed, actually. Or maybe I'll just network and be like, hey, so if you need ideas, I know you know.
God.
But no, manifest something better for me, please. Like,
We are all manifesting.
I manifest
Group manifest.
yeah, manifest a meet cute or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
say. Anyway, there was something.
You're open to
Oh,
with whom? So
so
it doesn't matter.
no. What I was gonna say was like, well, I mean, I hate to say it, but now that Bobe is dead,
hmm
hopefully there's no weird ass creative decisions mid-season, and especially if they're like, you know, going to start earlier. Like, I don't know. Sorry, that came out so backwards, but like, I hope you guys get what I'm trying to say. Now you have more time, and if you have to make a weird, stupid ass decision, just you have time to do it. Make it
Yeah, and have
fun.
it like be cohesive. So like if they plan things out, it's like it would be easier to like lock
British
things in and not
thing.
have like a yeah, the beans on toast.
I don't understand the beans on toast, man. I've eaten it, and I'm just like, why?
Doesn't do anything for me, but like I love that for the Brits.
I like beans and I like toast, but not together.
I you know,
just
for
not a
the
breakfast
longest
person.
time.
I love
No,
breakfast.
you're not.
I love breakfast.
Did you say no? I'm not.
No, you're not.
Breakfast is
No.
the best food.
Because I wake up at lunchtime.
Still breakfast.
Yeah, you
but
can
it's
still
lunchtime
eat.
food.
I
Not
would
me.
still,
No matter what
yeah,
time I wake up, it's
I would
breakfast food first.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say something about like beans for breakfast, and then I was like, for the longest time, it was like for me it was weird, and then I was like, oh right, Colombians eat beans for breakfast. I mean, I'm pretty sure others do, but like there is a certain dish which is called bandeja paisa, and it has like eggs, beans. I don't remember. I think plantains, avocados. Like it's a
Ooh.
whole like
Okay, that sounds good.
really big meal.
I just have to say plantains, and I'm normally
I know.
There.
No, I know that.
Which is funny because I don't care for bananas, but
I don't like bananas either, but I love plantains.
I love plantains.
Bananas are too mushy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's a texture and a taste thing, but
Yeah.
mostly a texture. I'm getting hungry again.
Me too. I'm like staring at my Cuban
Oh my god.
turnover. British people.
You have a Cuban turnover.
It's just it's like a cheese Danish adjacent. It's like cream cheese filling little thing. It's not even a turnover. It's really just like this little.
I got cheese sticks out like when we started watching the movie. That they've just been.
Are they
going here and I'm
warm?
playing with them? Yeah, but they're non-dairy, so like they're fine.
Oh right, I forgot.
So now I'm just fidgeting with them. I'm gonna put them back in the fridge because they will not eat them warm. They'd be
Ugh.
fine, but I don't want to eat.
Yeah, it's a
Temperature
texture thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It feels different when it's not cold.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
How did we get here again?
beans on toast.
Oliver.
I know, but there was
manifesting
for that. Oh,
for me.
Homing beacon for Oliver to help
Oliver.
manifest for Syl when
carry
she
some
visits
vegan
LA.
treats around with you, or just like a bell pepper.
There
Carry
you go.
Here, I know. You can have a bro Coke and a bell pepper.
Robel?
Yeah.
Just like drop the bell pepper seeds like Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah.
Yes, carry a bell pepper. Mm-hmm.
Oh, right, the belt. Sorry, I was reading something. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I was trying to read the comments. I was trying to catch up.
Bro, affectionately.
Wait.
Always affectionately.
Yes.
Yes.
The most
thank you.
affectionate.
If you've seen our Thirst Tweets reaction video.
You know what's funny? I was like, I always talk like this, but now I say bro a little too much now.
It's exacerbated. Yeah.
It's a
But,
little
like-
too much. I don't.
No, it's the perfect amount. It's so funny.
Well, because now it's an earworm, so it's like
Yeah.
we're taking
We're
the
doing
phrase
it more. Yeah.
your lips are
Like-
too plump, bro, and inserting other things there.
Bro. Yeah. But like still you do say bro, like
A lot.
yeah.
I call everyone bro.
Me too.
I used to be dude. And then
I call TJ bro sometimes. And he's like, okay, bro.
call
Bro,
you guys bro.
romantic.
I feel like I don't know if I threw a bro at TJ. I don't think I did, but like,
You guys aren't there yet. Next time.
no.
You barely saw him.
I don't know.
Aw.
Maybe that's why. Yeah.
Yeah. When you guys come up to do buddy crafts.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
you
That'd
gotta
be
come do
so
that.
I want to
fun.
do a Funko Pop.
Well,
Mm.
plan
We
a
would
trip
have
here.
way too much fun making our own 911 Funko Pops.
I need to make an Eddie Funko Pop with the mustache and one without.
We have to
And the-
design the 3D like part of it before you get here, so that we can have it printed and ready to like
Don't forget the
sand and prime and
strand.
paint. Yes,
You'd have to do that too.
because it's better if you
How much-
design like all the parts that will get painted different colors than just painting it on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks better.
Mm-hmm. How much is like the materials for that?
We will not charge you money.
I know, but if like
I have literally no idea.
because I
don't
feel
buy
like we
it.
have to make I feel like we need to make like an extra one to like
Oh, to give to them.
Yeah.
Just in case.
yeah.
Yes. Are we trying to go see them film next year? Is that a thing we're actually trying to do?
That is a thing we have
2026?
We have thought about
mentioned.
it. I think we can do it.
Okay.
Depends on when.
Yeah, we should start thinking about when and planning because
It'll be
money.
I also don't know where to find filming locations, so we'd have to
Well,
find the websites.
yeah, we can figure that out. I can ask Cam.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Or if you guys know anyone who posts like filming locations or knows of filming locations when they're actually filming, let us know.
I wish I was more sociable. Sociable.
You're plenty sociable.
We don't have a year. I think if we go, it'll probably
Like-
be sometime in like March.
I know our bestie over here has got us.
Oh, that's so true. We
We love you.
Yeah, we do.
love you so much. But yeah, we will be
Yeah.
filming.
Not quite a year, but maybe even
It's
maybe even
dangerous to think
February.
about it like a year because it's almost June. Like it literally is June in like another day. So
I forgot.
yeah,
I don't like that.
that's
To-
9 months.
In my head, it's still like March.
We're 9 months.
Like
away from
2019.
March again. Yeah. Hey, remember what we were supposed to do in March 2020, guys?
Why are you bringing up
Why'd you bring that
Why
up?
you bring that memories? Why do you have to do that, Han?
I think we're owed reverse karma from that. So if we can manifest that in March 2026,
Yeah. Oh, the cons that
we were supposed to
Would
go
not
to a
be-
convention, Ace Comic Con in Boston in March 2020 to meet Chris Evans
And others.
and others,
And
but
and
mostly
friends.
Chris Evans.
Mostly Chris Evans.
Um,
And that's what I was manifesting a meet cute.
Oh yeah.
This was before he was married, so like I had
Yeah.
a chance. I'm totally kidding.
yeah,
No.
and then the global pandemic happened, so
And it got canceled.
Yeah.
Like it got weird. Like it was in stages too because they're like, okay, you're not allowed to hug the actors. Okay, it's getting canceled. And then we
Yeah,
had
it was
to
like-
wait for a refund. It was a whole thing.
it was a whole thing.
But it was nice to get that refund back because like
Bro.
then I realized how much money I spent. I was like, oh no.
I
Yeah,
know
I
Han
didn't-
has
I-
opinions.
I didn't need to see how much money I spent on Ace Comic Con, like coming back.
Not
to me,
at all.
actually, I was like, this was supposed to be like because I bought it all at separate times
Yep.
and with like
It added up
plans,
real
and then,
quick.
like when it got refunded to me, I was like, "Ew, okay,
Yeah. Yeah. I was like,
kind of embarrassing.
it was very embarrassing. I was like,
Well, because like
"Yikes."
I got an op for me, and then an op with you, and then an op with you, and then still I planned like 2 ops, and then it was a whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. No, but like there was that, but like the way I justified it, I was like, I'm meeting A-list actors,
Yes.
not
Yeah.
supernatural.
Yeah.
A-list
And they were cheaper than
They
the
were.
actors.
than the Supernatural Con ones. So it was like it's a deal. What a steal, you know? And that's why we went so ham. I
Yeah,
think
we bought Chris Evans VIP.
we
Of
did.
all
did.
things. That was wild to me.
Yep,
I'm
I'm
so
never
excited.
meeting him. No, it's never happening. It's fine.
There is a
The
universe where it
hyperfixation has moved
happened.
onward.
Yeah. So the thing about having them at a con, as long as it's not
911 peeps.
as long as it's not a creation entertainment con, I
Yeah, no.
think.
I don't. There are good things about having a creation con because then it would just be a 911 con.
Mhm.
Yes.
But then everything, and you have Chris Schmelke.
That's
And
true.
you have
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, you know
which,
what?
Which
Actually,
you know
I'd
what?
sell my soul
Yeah.
to have Chris Schmelke take
No,
my photo ops at any
I
con
was-
I go to.
Bro, no, because I
Yes.
was so
Bro.
I obviously there it is. So I haven't shared this photo yet. I don't know if I ever will. I kind of hate. So I got a photo op with Hugh Jackman like this past Saturday. I don't like the photo. I was just telling my friend
so
Megan. I was like,
cute.
The lighting is terrible.
that lighting is terrible. It's grainy as fuck. You're telling me you got a professional photographer to take all these photos,
He didn't have any lights.
Wait,
You
it
didn't have
wasn't a high res?
dude. That's all I got.
It looks like it was taken with a phone camera in like
Exactly.
2010.
Flash. With flash.
Chris Schmelke would never.
There was no lights. It was a dark grainy photo. I hate it. I might just post it with the fucking emoji on my face because I hate it. And
No, I
but
think
yeah,
you look adorable.
I hate that picture. So
Yeah,
much.
for anyone who doesn't
He
know,
looked great. He looked great. He was in a
Mhm.
white Henley.
Here, I have examples.
the haunting of the White Henley.
Just
For
like
anyone who
one
doesn't
within
know,
reach.
Chris Schmelke is the photographer for Creation Entertainment conventions. He always does the supernatural conventions. He is the best photographer, like convention
And
photographer.
he's such a cool guy.
He is the
You're a little
coolest.
dude. I say little, he's like 6'4". But he's just really
Yeah.
cool, and he like is a photographer. Like
Mhm.
so he comes at it with like an artist point of view, but like he just really loves. He's made photo ops just like a very good experience. Like he plays music so that like you won't be super anxious waiting in line because you can like not be worried about people hearing you talk to
Mhm.
the person.
He curates like a really chill,
Like
fun environment.
You don't
This
get
is
rushed
nice.
through it. Yes. So like this is from a not creation con.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the closest one I have to me.
Yeah.
This is a Schmelke special.
Yeah.
Yes, these are schmelky.
Yeah, and he edits them. He edits them before
Mhm.
they're
Like
printed.
super
He-
too, and they're
yes.
printed, and he
Yep.
gets you the JPEGs, and like they are some of the most flattering pictures of yourself that you will ever have. I don't know how he does it, but every single time it's like, oh my god, that's a great picture. Oh my god, that's a great picture. Even if it's like not the best like
Oh my
pose
God.
or whatever, it's still a good picture. Oh my god. Oh, there's
I
me.
had my binder. Yeah. Oh my god.
I got Jensen to sign that one.
An accordion file. I never got a binder. I was going to put them up one like on the wall.
Oh, I have to have a binder. I have so many.
Yeah, you've gone to more. Anyways, but to have
Mm-hmm.
so you know what? I would be willing to sacrifice.
Yeah, actually, never mind. To do a creation con. Fuck it.
Yeah. And then also that would be super fun for like Schmelke and Oliver to talk about photography stuff because like they would. They would
they
that
love
would
each
be
other.
so-
They're
fire.
weird little dudes.
That would be like the team
Ryan
up.
too.
Yeah.
They can share
Mhm.
tips
Yeah.
and stuff.
No, that would be super fun. But also like throw Kenny in the mix there too. He would get along with Schmelke. Like just have Schmelke put on the convention.
Yes.
Pretty much. So yeah, actually the creation con would be fine.
I just hate when they become like the monopoly. Because I don't know if anyone knows this, but like the way they've increased prices over the years has been redonkulous, really.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I think
Yes,
like
me
lowered prices, right?
It's like, I don't know. I feel like I'm changing my mind on this. It's like I don't want a con, but I do want a con. I just
It's
don't.
because like
I think I'm
con
safe
makes it
because
so
I don't-
accessible.
I think the problem is like I just need it to not be the way Supernatural is. Like I need it to not be that often because I'll go whenever it's close enough to me, and I can't do
Yeah.
that.
Like the frequency of like the big cons where it's like once or twice a year, maybe in a couple different locations.
Yeah, but Supernatural cons at one
And not
point,
like
I mean, they
every
cut
week.
back on them, but like they were like
It was like almost every
almost every
weekend.
week, like several. It was like a couple times a month, really. And they were doing this around filming, but there's no way that 911 could do that.
No.
No.
So like
I feel
maybe if they did like a couple a year,
Like
would be
two
nice.
during the off season. So like maybe winter hiatus and one in like the summer hiatus, or like one at the beginning of summer hiatus and one at the like middle of summer hiatus, something like that.
Yeah.
I feel low key kind of bad because I remember there was Creation Entertainment like tweeted out
They did. They were like, anyone interested? And I quote tweeted and was like, fuck no.
No.
Leave
But
them
now
alone.
it's like, and to be fair, I do enjoy like the scheduling that Creation Entertainment
Yes.
does, because they always schedule panels at different times than photo ops, and you never have to like choose between which one you want to do. So I do appreciate that, and I know a lot of like the bigger cons, like that's just not feasible because there's so much going on.
Yeah. There's
So,
so many
like,
vendors. It's a
yeah.
little. Yeah, I was gonna say, if Creation Entertainment is your first like convention for whatever reason, if I say this, which is I feel like they're a more intimate experience.
It is.
What do you mean? But it actually is in fact a more intimate experience.
It's just the price gouging that I can't
That I
fucking
can't
stand.
stand.
That's really the unconscionable part, and but like the rest of it is pretty good, huh?
What's wrong?
Hello?
The power. I thought the power was about to go out because like my light flickered.
Oh, you're still here.
I didn't even see it flicker.
No.
No, because I'm staring at my lamp right there, and I was like, "Oh no!" And I think the AC just restarted.
You gotta do an exercise.
You might have had a little power blurb.
That's weird. My power went out like before we were recording, so I was like, "Oh."
I was like, "No, please don't be cursed."
Also, my TV keeps turning on and off randomly.
Oh, EJ said it flickered.
Oh, okay. So you did see that. Nice. Thank you. I'm not crazy.
Not for that reason.
I'm looking at the wrong direction. Technically, I should be looking at because Rachel's over there. But anyway.
It was a sign from Bobby.
Bobby said, "Stop making I'm dead jokes."
No. Should have stayed alive. Should have come back to life.
It's your fault, buddy.
This is the life from now on. Me making jokes about you being dead.
Yeah.
It's the only way I'm going to be able to cope.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. This is our coping mechanism.
Oh man, I can't wait for people to listen to my little not summaries because I feel like I threw some shade.
You did, and it was fun.
It was.
Yeah.
It was so good. You did a real good job.
It was good. It was good. You guys have to listen to that. I was actually proud of it this time around.
Aww. You did a wonderful job. I'm excited for people to hear it.
They were just really long.
They were.
But there was a lot that happened, so like it's fine. There was a lot.
Yeah.
There was actually a lot. But
there's a lot in this tweet.
When will we stop referencing this video?
No, because every single thing they said was an earworm, okay? Every single thing they said was an earworm, and we are simple beings, and we repeat what we hear all the time.
Yeah.
Like we already had this problem with like with like buck lines. Me too. Don't tell anyone though.
Well, when I rewatched our reactions for both the ET and the Thirst thing, we were just quoting them at them, like while we watched it, saying other quotes of theirs in reaction.
That's so meta, bro.
Did we actually like? No, we liked it.
No, we did.
We liked it too much. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, now that is my Coco Melon. Need a
Yeah.
little serotonin boost?
Yeah.
They're sweets.
No, I've been rewatching it a lot.
I downloaded the video. I think I watched it on my one of my flights, either to or from hands.
In public?
Yes, in public.
We watched it together while you were here twice at least. And we were like quoting it while we watched it. And TJ was like, "Wait, you've watched this before?" And I was like, "Yeah, I like told you we did a Patreon reaction to this and everything."
He's out here just calling us out. I'm like,
Oh,
bro.
he said some wild things.
Oh. I don't know. if
Which
we
I
can
cannot
say
repeat
that.
here. No. It was
No.
a little bit of an Oliver roasting hour.
That was some shade.
Hosted only by TJ. I was not attending,
No,
but I was laughing.
I was
It was
laughing.
funny.
No, we can't talk. No.
Oh
Damn.
boy.
Yes, exactly. You know how like, or at least I don't know, for me with ADHD, to like time myself for things, like I'll put on songs or like things that I know, like All Too Well 10-minute version if I
was just
need
about to
10
say.
minutes. Right? So like, but this is a great substitute. If you're like, oh, 10 minutes.
10 minutes, but
I
not
need to leave in
sad.
10 minutes. But not angry, depressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jill liked the ET video better. That one was good. I think I liked the behind the scenes that we got on that
More.
almost as
Not too.
like as much as
Now you're my love interest. Did they mean like I'm confused? I need to know the behind the scenes of the behind the scenes. Like what made them do that?
Just release
I
the
need it
whole
to be a
video.
it needs to be a fly on the wall for all of that.
Like why did they do that?
Who knows? Who knows?
At entertainment.
Well, the thing is
Tonight,
that
what the fuck?
the thing is that they obviously were getting these videos approved before it was getting posted. So that little clip, even though it was removed from the main video, still got approved to be released.
Yeah. Which is also weird because you're telling me that got approved to be released and someone's reps were like, we got to cut these tweets. Like, I mean, that I understand, I guess.
I guess it depends like what was on those tweets.
The content, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that would, the ET stuff, the ET videos would probably be like an ABC
Yes.
thing, and the other
Yeah.
stuff would probably been
the-
like a personal rep. Just be
Yeah.
like, no.
But yeah, I think it genuinely was just, I think we've said this before, places that it's been released. It's hard to tell when you record like 3/4 of your conversations about this shit. But I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that we've said that we think that all of that promo was for season 9, not for
Yeah.
the finale. So that, I mean, it makes sense to me because that's just adding the primer for the GA
Mm-hmm.
for Buddie. So
Yep.
I think it's all positive, personally.
The train is on the tracks. It's choo-chooing.
And if you've ever been, well, actually, if you've ever been in this fandom, like earlier, like in 5-6 when this was taboo, and you couldn't talk about Buddie at all,
Yeah.
or if you were in another fandom where there was a fandom ship where it was literally you couldn't talk about it at all, or
At
If
conventions,
they
too.
did, yes, but
They
like I'm talking
screened the
about
questions about it.
but I'm
Yeah.
talking about like journalists, like you couldn't talk about it. And if it
Yes.
was brought up, it was like very derogatory.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
So
mean, some of that with like supernatural stuff, some of that is also like the time and the world that we lived
Sure.
in where like fandom was not brought to the people that create the thing. It lived only in fandom spaces. And I think that those lines have really like blurred in the
Very
years
recent.
since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm.
I think Big Bang Theory played a big part in that. Just for like nerd culture in general. But not in a vacuum, but I think it did a lot to move the needle. I don't watch Big Bang Theory. I don't like
I
it.
know. I just
But
hate that show because of
reasons. Yeah.
I just hate the
It's
oversimplification,
it's
one-dimensional
awful. Yeah.
portrayal of all of them. I
Yeah,
hate
but
it.
like it's the GA's better
I know.
understanding of
I know.
nerddom that like helped, I think, force it into mainstream and like being able to like talk about in like other spaces as well. So that's my version of the Josh Glee speech, I think. So, you know, gotta like the shows and the fandoms that came before you, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
anyways, I should just stop.
But yeah, I mean,
Stop
I get it
talking.
if you don't want to like glean anything into what was said by either of them in either of those interviews or any of the coverage for that, that's completely fine. But I don't think it should be looked at as like negative or, again, hot take, I guess. Queer baiting. I don't think any of it's queer baiting.
Wait, what? About 911?
Yeah, I don't think it's queer
Oh, no.
baiting.
No,
No,
I
because
don't
like
think so either. No, I was just gonna say I don't think so either.
no, because one, like the story hasn't been finished,
Yeah,
hasn't
and it's
finished being told,
but
and
also this is how they start doing press for straight couples too, when like that's a like will they won't they, are they're about to like start making the moves to go canon. So I don't know, I get it, I know that we all like have trauma or fears of being queer baited, so I get it. I totally do, as a Supernatural veteran who had to go to
Well,
literal therapy sessions because of that finale.
Mhm.
I get it.
well,
I
when
just
you
don't
really
think that's where we are.
when you really think about the finale and like the no literal zero payoff that we got, and then the backlash that they got,
Yeah.
So
because there
here's the
were
thing, too.
articles.
You have to think about it this way too. Destiel of it all, queer baiting, but we did get queer cast, so that's not queer baiting,
Mhm.
right? We're in the same situation right now where you can't, like, you could, I don't know. I don't throw the word queer baiting around for what's happening while it's still happening and while it still looks very much like that's the direction they're
Yeah.
going at a speed that makes sense for network television. And also Buck is canonically bisexual, so that's not queer baiting.
And it's being written explicitly in a more serious manner, like,
Yeah.
or at least I would say
Mhm.
in a more serious manner into the text of the show. So
Yeah.
it's not being treated like, I don't feel like it's being treated like a joke. Like they were treating it
No.
like a joke up until like maybe the last season. But what I was going to say originally was like, you could throw that clip. So like, say that 911 decided to fucking queer bait, you could throw in that clip of Ryan saying, "Now you're my love interest," and
Mhm.
like run with that.
Mm.
Literally run with that. So, and I don't think that's what they want. That's assassination right there. That's network assassination. You can't.
It's
It'd be
shooting
really
yourself in the
bad.
foot of like a lot
Yeah.
of the new audience that you gained traction with.
Mhm.
And also, Carter, I wasn't specifically saying that in response to you. It was just like where the conversation was naturally
Conversation was going.
going. Yeah.
Mhm.
I also like felt weird because, not weird, it was just like because the three of us aren't thinking about it as queer baiting at all. When we recorded our 17-18 special and the season 8 wrap special.
Forgot
We
to
just
mention it.
forgot to mention it.
Whoops.
Because it just was not something that was on our mind.
Yeah, because it's still so like currently in progress
Mhm.
that like how can we say, because I think to say whether it would be queer baiting is to say like, well, the story has been, you know, set in stone, and we know that's not how this show operates. Things can change like that. So like, you know, I think it's very plausible. Like not even plausible. I think
I
it's
feel like we were just
it's
like not
happening.
thinking about it that way.
Yeah.
No, we weren't.
Also, I think it's still funny that not funny, like, I don't know. I just think it's funny that we've been the more, I guess, positive of reviews out there. I don't know. I
for
thought
the
that was
finale.
for the finale, for
Yeah.
the 17, 18, well, mostly 18.
A lot of people loved 17.
Yeah.
I
I think
yeah,
we really
mean,
liked 18.
we did really like 18 for the most part. I think
Yeah,
we
okay,
wish
for
there
the
was a
most part.
tiny bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we were like happy with what we got for the most part. And you'll hear more about that on Thursday with our episode that drops. Carter.
I mean, mind you, to be fair, I think I was not happy after watching that episode, and then like I changed my mind after like 30 minutes, I think. Because I was like, I'm waiting. I think part of me was like waiting for a little bit more of the Buddy stuff.
Mm.
Like, cause I saw what we got. And I was
Yeah.
like, this is very interesting. But then we didn't get more. And then I was like, what are we doing?
And
Meanwhile,
I think
Rachel's like optimistic. Sorry, the other way. Rachel's being optimistic. And I'm just like, yeah, but what are we doing here? And
That's
then
how I
quickly
felt
changed
at
my mind
17,
after-
and then 30 minutes later, I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh wait, this is great, actually."
After I realized the Bethina Buddy parallels, I was like, oh, I got it. I understand. I
clicked.
live here now.
it clicked.
Yeah, I think it's just when they're doing slow burn, whether it's a queer or straight ship, it's on network TV. It's a slow burn. Like it takes a while because they drag that out for narrative purposes, but also just like for audience retention because it's something that keeps people tuning in. So I think that's part of the reason. Then also I think they have to especially really lay down a lot of groundwork from all sides because it's
To get the momentum again.
well,
like we
it's not
got.
just getting the momentum again, it's just because they have to set it up in a way that makes sense for the general audience to accept it so they do not lose viewers who are like, why is Eddie gay all of a sudden?
Mm-hmm.
They really have to like lay it up and hold the GA's hand. And I think that's what we're in the process of. Like
Yes.
they're giving us these like romantic as fuck like season
longing
finale longing glances.
Yeah, which I loved hearing more about from Anirudh. Like, fantastic. Ooh,
This is a good question.
which episode has aged? Jill, you have amazing questions. Which episode has aged the best this season, and which has aged the worst?
What's our collective answer? Is it 15 or 16?
Ooh,
16? For worse, obviously.
yeah. I mean, that's harder because it hasn't had a chance to age much. But
This is
I would say
controversial
either
potentially for me.
7.
1 or 3 aged the worst for me
Oh, okay. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
because of and it's not even because I think it's bad drawing those parallels if they had, which I think they did, knew that Peter wanted to leave. This is all
Yeah.
allegedly in my head based off of logic and some rumors.
Some vibe.
But like I think there's a reason that they brought up her fiance who died and that whole thing
Mhm.
again. But it's
That was
just
an
like
omen.
it
Yeah.
hurts. It hurts so
Those
much
parallels are
worse.
tough.
So that aged poorly for me in the way that like it used to be such an uplifting, like, oh my god, they're always gonna like be this for each other, and I'm like, Bobby's dead.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I should have talked
I
about
think-
that being an omen too. So like Ep 1 being an omen and
think
Ep
we did.
11 being an omen. I said Ep
Mhm.
11. So Holy Mother of God. I remember
Mm.
specifically calling that out as like an omen.
So
I think
are
we
you
did talk about
psychic?
the symbolism in I think we did talk about
Mhm.
that was because I don't know how long that section is, probably at least 30 minutes talking about like our tinfoil hat breakdown of
What we think actually
what
happened.
actually happened and all of
think we
the
did talk
omens
about-
that are there.
I remember talking about how like the part where like Buck was like, "Oh, I think we should all quit," and like then and I was like, "Yeah," and then the powers that be would probably like
Mhm.
bring Bobby back.
And they'd have
The
to we all
powers
do,
that
and they'd
be
have to
being
be,
the
yeah.
network. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, he's talking about the department, but we're the powers that be, we're talking about the network.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Ep 1 is an omen.
And I kind of want to say that like maybe Confessions has aged the best. Masks or Confessions, that's kind of what I'm leaning on. I don't really know.
I don't know what's aged the best for me. Maybe Masks.
It's one of those
Masks.
two. That's what's coming to mind.
Masks, I think, especially with because ever since Holy Mother of God, you know, you have that recontextualization of like the bucktomy of it all and the competition thing. Like,
I think it's also just really setting up like even when he was still in that relationship, how he was already spiraling.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
was laid a lot of foreshadowing for
Mhm.
how that was gonna go, and
We also
how
talked about that a little bit, like
go.
yeah, like how much like how much Buck has spiraled this season, and yeah, I think Masks has aged the best. It's also one of my favorite episodes of the season.
Which also I think was controversial because we loved 805 like right when it came out.
So
I feel like all of the fandom was mad at it.
I know, but I was just like, this is the best.
Silly, goofy Buck episodes that are actually very deep secretly.
Yeah. Yeah, because it has
Buck.
it has so much like thematic resonance for the rest of the season. That is just like, and I love stuff like that where it's like an underrated or an underestimated episode or something, but then like, which is kind of like how we started this whole venture with 911. It's like, oh, on the surface it's just a this, but if you look deeper, actually there's a lot here. I didn't mean to do that one, but
I did this one. Oh, what? Oh, no. I was just going to say, I did say this, actually.
Yeah, you did.
When we recorded it, I said that. I was like, oh, it's
and
really
he's not done.
Nope.
Yeah. And 9 will be the crash out and rebuild season.
So I was going to say 806 originally, but then I do have an issue with how it aged because where's the follow through with Eddie?
Yeah, that's
my problem. I still love it. I think it's a great fucking episode. It's in my in our season 8 wrap, we talk about our favorite episodes of the season. It's in my top 3.
I mean,
but
if you look at if you look at some of him finding joy, and like, I think they would have to be like really, really teeny tiny moments. It's like him jumping over the couch in what, like 807, yeah, at the station, and then him like having all the sweet treats, just like very small moments like that. I think that's as much follow through as we have at the moment.
Well, and they set it up to be the episode where we start exploring who Eddie is without being a firefighter, without being a father, without being a soldier. Like, we still didn't do that any further, except unless you want to be like he drove an Uber He was not a
Yeah, I
firefighter,
mean-
I guess. Like, that's
I
as
wish
much as
I-
we really explored.
I wish I could remember some of his old interviews from like Ryan's old interviews from like the season 7 finale, because I feel like he did kind of say something similar to what he said for some.
I
of
have
these
some of 'em.
Well, what I'm specifically talking about is like, and for some of these like upcoming, these interviews that he did for the upfronts, he was talking about how like, oh, it might be Eddie's turn, like Christopher's older now, so it might be Eddie's turn to like have fun or whatever. And I feel like he
Mhm.
kind of said something similar to that in
Yes.
season 7.
At the end of season 7,
at
he
the end.
kept saying we're going to explore who he is without these identities.
Because I think that was the intention.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they started to, but they...
Contagion happened.
Yeah,
Even
that's-
before that, yeah. But
Yeah, so
but
that's why that
yeah.
that's why that didn't age as well for me. Still a great
Mhm.
episode though.
Yeah, also one of my favorite episodes. But I think the best one is Masks. And for the costumes manifesting as plot points, they still do, I think. They still do. So you have Hen as the mad scientist, which is Contagion. You have Chimney as the serial killer.
For the
Is it
serial
Jason
killer.
Voorhees? I forget. The Friday the 13th with the hockey mask.
Oh,
So you have Rayburn being the serial killer. You have Buck being the cowboy with the mustache, which like all of Buck's like 8B storyline revolved around Eddie going to Texas. And then you have Eddie being the werewolf, and that is, I think he's still very much like in this
His
era of like
transformation era.
transformation. Yeah, like it hasn't finished, but we're in it. And then the Bobby is the coffin, because Dracula sleeps in the coffin. So that's how.
Yep.
Sad. I wanted it so bad for it to be like, undead. But it still makes sense because coffin.
Yeah.
Which is, because it still makes sense in that way, also brings me to think that the whole thing was maybe a little more intentional for a little bit longer than we were originally like led to believe, or originally thought.
So TLDR, because we do get into this a lot in our season 8 wrap, what we think happened, but
Again, what we think.
this is conjecture based on just like the logic that we can kind of draw from what we do know.
Yeah. This is our
And like
disclaimer.
rumors and
Yes, this is
so
tinfoil.
a
hat
lot of
stuff.
hearsay.
Yes, please do not be like, well, the Buddie system said this is exactly what happened. We don't know shit. But
I will make a tinfoil hat for us to put on.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, for real.
But we think that Peter wanted to leave in 7.
Yeah.
And they did set that up to be what would have been a better send-off.
Because we got like the montage and everything like that.
And then the network was like, he's been here for 10 episodes. No.
Like we just acquired this show, and it's not even been like a full 18 episode season. Like you can't do that yet. So I kind of think that the network put the kibosh on it.
Good night.
But good night.
Good night.
I'll talk to you later.
Oh, good night.
Yeah, so I kind of
So-
think that they like squashed that a little bit, which is why they brought Bobby back after 14 minutes, and everyone was like, realism, and now everyone's like, realism, but in a different way.
But then I think he came back and like agreed to do one more season. So I think the original plan was to, what you normally do when you kill a major character is the finale. It's normally always the finale, especially if it's your first major character death.
Major.
Like it would be the finale. And I think that was probably the plan, but like Tim was just putting it off because he
And
wasn't
I
really
think-
sure like how he was going to do it. And to be quite frank, again, conjecture, I just don't think he wanted to.
I don't think so either, because of all of like the foreshadowing stuff, which we have said multiple times can go either way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think he was writing I think they were
He was
writing
writing,
themselves like an out, just in case like
escape hatches.
someone changed their mind.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just like, okay, well, we could set it up this way, but also like if you're not sure, we can
Exactly.
do it this way and like it'll be
So-
fine.
Then I think what was happening is he was writing the Contagion arc, or helping, because I don't think he actually wrote any of the Contagion arc, but I think he was working on it with everyone. And then
'cause
when
he's
actually wait,
So hands-on.
this would be actually a really good like epic Wrath of Khan stuff. So I do think it was a creative decision to do it then, but I think it was already planned that that Peter wanted to leave, because he is on record many times saying that, saying that he
Like to step back on.
stepped back because like the filming schedule is rough.
Yeah. On anyone.
Yeah, and listen, if he didn't want to leave, I think it would be really hard to get rid of an executive producer. Like if he really didn't want to leave, like if he disagreed with the creative decision.
And also I think we talked briefly about like how networks across the board, not just ABC, are experiencing like such large budget cuts that so many different shows from different networks, like remember that week where it was like Fire Country and this other show and like NCIS, like
it was rough.
Major characters written off or died.
Yep.
And because of most likely budget cuts. So like you could write off
commentary.
You could write off like 2 characters and save budget there, or you could write off one higher on the call sheet with a higher salary. And
Grey's killed off 2 characters. I know a bunch of network shows either wrote them off or killed off characters.
Yeah, like
at the end of the
on
season.
ABC, CBS, NBC, like so many. Yeah. Like, and they're all in like the season finale.
And 911 is like one of, if not the most expensive network show to like. They're doing like movie level shit for every fucking episode.
Yeah.
All of the emergencies and the stunts and everything, and having to block. I'm sure it is not cheap to get the permits and to shut down traffic and all that shit.
No.
On LA's busiest street downtown.
Oh, that's the other thing.
Was it actually LA's busiest street?
It's one of the busiest. Flower. Yeah, it's one of the busiest streets.
On a Sunday.
I thought
on a weekend.
Exaggerating.
No. Julie is the one who said is one of the busiest streets, and she's a native. So
yeah, okay.
But yeah, that's the other thing. I have all of these headcanons that, again, based on nothing.
But it makes
vibes.
But
it makes it make sense.
But it makes it make sense. And I think it just makes it make sense that like maybe wanted the funeral to actually leak because he wanted people to be prepared. But because
that's a thing. Like,
but here's the thing is like if they were trying to write in all these escape hatches just in case Peter decided they could convince Peter to stay, whatever. The problem with all of that then was like all of those decisions ended up biting him in the ass a little bit because
backfiring.
People didn't believe he was dead.
And still don't.
People still don't believe he's dead. So I don't know. That's just kind of where we're at. That's kind of what we think. Again, just based on nothing.
Our powers of deduction.
It's kind of what we were thinking, and then Demois,
which like we take with a grain of salt, of course, but
Demois like confirmed
it's just
from
funny.
Their sources that Peter did actually want to leave, and we were like, okay, cool. Well, that confirms it enough.
Yeah, no, it's because like we thought all of this prior to the Demois reveal, and we were like, oh, all right then. So
it
that's
like
something.
Yeah, like contextualized a lot of stuff for us where it's like, okay, well, if this is like a legitimate possibility, we're not saying it is what happened, but it's a possibility, then a lot of these other things start to click into place to make a lot more sense from like an outside production standpoint, I think. And we'll probably talk about that whenever we do like our PR special, because like we also have, or I have many thoughts and ideas of how like from the PR angle, like that could have been handled differently.
So Jill, for we have questions about how the PR was handled, whether he wanted to leave or not. But again, this is what we're assuming, thinking possibly. We know that Peter has anxiety, so maybe he just had anxiety about like the fan reception about this like period, and didn't really want to do press. And then
I mean,
maybe
look at all the questions that Angela's been getting. I mean, I know some of those are approved, but like
exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe it would have shaken his decision a little bit. Maybe that's why he stayed around, even though he's been saying that this has been like too much for a couple seasons now.
But it
he's only done one
also
scene. He's only when he did stick around after he actually died. He only did like one scene per those 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So that was it.
But like it really seems to us that like to maybe like this would have been, you know, like positioning Tim to kind of like fall on the sword for Peter in that way, which like makes sense because as the showrunner,
you go down with your
that's
ship
kind
your
of
show.
That's kind of your job, and like to not only protect your story but to protect like the people that participate in making the story as well.
I
So
think
like
I called it corporate realism. Like think about it as corporate, as the corporate world. Your C-level, C-suite execs kind of, they are the face. So they're going to either try to mix it or spin it in a way that maybe it looks that it's their decision, and you know, like you gotta put that corporate realism in your TV network stuff.
Again, not saying this is what happened, just kind of like it would make sense in this way.
And I mean, there's also the fact that companies aren't transparent.
No,
they're not.
Yeah.
We know that everyone had fake scripts except for a few people. Now we know that, like Anirudh confirmed that. It was like he had to lie to people because they thought he was dying.
But that also brings into question then
they did like MCU level shit. That's what's crazy to me. And yet I'm like, all right, I see what.
Yeah, they really did do MCU level scripts. Like this. It was kind of giving like Chris Evans showing Anthony Mackie the passing of the shield.
Tom Holland being like, I don't even know who I'm talking to. Was it Tom Holland? A lot of them were like, I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm talking
to someone. Yeah, so that whole concept does then bring up like, okay, well, was this a fake script, or was it a real script that they had then maybe that was the escape hatch and they decided not to go with that?
Yeah, I mean, like, we're never gonna know.
Yeah,
no, I would
know.
Like that
love
stuff,
to know.
We're never gonna know. I would love to.
Like that would be, I think, my number one question to Tim Minear if I ever. Well, if we ever got like an
NDAs,
opportunity,
bro.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure we would never get an answer.
ABC Disney snipers, like.
Yeah, I think
the Marvel snipers.
I think where I faltered in all of this was that I took everything Tim Minear said in the interviews post 8/15 as the truth. Whereas before, I never took him at face value in press interviews. I'm like, he's a lying liar who lies. So I don't know why then was the moment that I was like, yeah, everything he's saying.
And that's one of the reasons why I was he lies about, he's a lying liar who lies. Like, Bobby is alive.
No, I think he was very. I think he was trying to be like, no, he's dead.
He said it like a couple of times in one of his interviews.
I know, dead. But it's like
the body bag didn't convince you. Well, no,
and that's
because you didn't do the classic way of doing it. That's why.
But like, That's one of the things too, because it was a written interview, we can't assess tone.
That
So
too.
like I read that as something like kind of the
Haha.
body bag didn't convince you. Like
That's how I read it,
sarcastic, a little
too.
like oh, that didn't convince you? All right. Like but like if we had video of that, that may sway it a little bit.
That man is never doing press ever again.
No, he has to. But
Yeah. It'd be kind of funny if he never shows his face.
I don't know. My again, more conspiracy to hat shit for me is I'm like, I think the PR like pulled him off of doing interviews because he didn't do any after 15.
Exactly.
yeah.
I think they were
Yeah,
like,
so, like-
you're actually making everything worse.
So then
Trying to
they
make it better.
so they did like one of the worst things you could do with PR and just like be silent.
Which was
They really
do
pulled an
nothing.
Eddie. They
And,
really
and
pulled
by
an Eddie
doing
just like be
nothing, it
silent.
just fed more into the conspiracy theories about Bobby
Yeah.
coming back. And it
Because-
was like,
because it wasn't getting ahead of the narrative, and I don't think, but to be fair, I don't know what they could have done to get ahead of the narrative in that way. So just like
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. I think one thing that they could have done was explain the script situation, but him saying, "Oh, I don't know about that." Like that was, you sure?
that was, but like him being like, I don't know
I
anything
don't know where
about
those
that.
came-
That
he
was
said, I
also
don't know where
the
those
plausible-
came from. Which
that
I
was
feel like
the
was probably
plausible
a true
deniability.
statement because he probably didn't know who printed them out and gave them to. I don't know.
or that the leak came from
Yeah.
where the leak came from. So that could be taken a couple different ways. So I think that was him also doing plausible deniability to also, in a way, protect the actors too.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, because I have other thoughts on that of like why that was even part of, Oliver and Oliver's story, specifically Oliver's story. Because JLH, we wouldn't have been able to figure that out if it weren't for Oliver's. That was a big piece of the puzzle. So yeah,
Just so
that
weird.
PR special is going to be real fun.
I think
that
we
might be
should
really
wear
long.
tinfoil hats.
Actually, that would be really.
Maybe some clown makeup. You're like, this is what 911 ABC had us looking like
Yeah,
from March
until May.
Why do I feel like
March 30th.
Why do I feel like we have a clown wig in the house? I have to check.
I have
Oh,
an
we
Ariel
should.
wig.
I don't have
Close
mm,
enough.
I had a clown nose. At some
I'll make a
point.
tinfoil hat. I will
But
wear
maybe
it.
my dog ate it or something. Well, not
Oh my
ate it,
God.
chewed it up.
Yum.
So, I hate to do this to everyone, but it is 3:25.
It is 3:25.
Oh man. Oops. We were like, we're just gonna hop on for a little bit. Like, oh,
I told you this was not going to be a little bit.
this is why we did this after.
Yeah.
I feel like my brain has been scrubbed clean.
I forgot about it for a little
I
bit.
forgot it too.
Feels so much better.
Now I have to go find this fucking movie, download it, and make a scene.
I have to go look at the screen caps that RGHQ tweeted.
I'm just gonna go reread the Murder Husbands fic.
Mm,
Let me tell you about my feels, maybe.
I should probably actually read that.
I
because
should
do
read
have
that.
It's really good. What if I make it our
book club.
Discord book club?
Yeah, this
You should.
And,
There's
it's
also-
a buddy system. It's Murder Husband Summer.
they have a vampire fic too that I kind of want to read.
I read that one
can't
too. It's
open.
really
I
good.
haven't read that one yet.
Is it the vampire buck, vampire hunter,
Hunter,
Eddie?
Eddie?
It's called All My something Oaths.
Yeah.
That one.
I think so.
Yeah,
The
I haven't read
Shatter
that one yet,
Oaths.
but
Yeah.
Oh,
it's really good.
Yeah. I'll tell you in a
let me tell you about my feels come back from
All my
war.
shattered oaths. All my shattered oaths.
I will see what
Oh.
the other people say, Carter. If everyone is down to start with a weird one,
Getting the vibes
um,
off right.
Yeah, started off
Yeah.
right. Because I think that's actually a really good one for conversation. Because the
It's like
way
ethical stuff.
no, but just the way that you barely have to tweak them and their dynamic to make
Mm.
that work is so interesting.
Yeah.
I have a lot of thoughts about it.
We should do that.
Okay. All right.
I think that concludes
Whatever
Buddy
this
Chat
was.
After Dark.
Buddy Chats After Dark.
It was a little bit of
Chaos.
everything.
It was pretty good actually.
Buddy potpourri.
For After Dark.
What the fuck?
What?
Buddy potpourri.
I don't know.
A little bit of
Guys,
everything.
I'm starving.
Me too.
Oh my god. Okay.
We need to eat.
If you haven't listened to our new episode that came out yesterday or 2 days ago, because I guess it's technically Saturday, please go listen to it.
It's the 17 and 18
yes,
season 8 special.
Yes, it's very positive. So if you're looking for positive,
Good vibes.
we have them there. Our season 8 wrap comes out next Thursday, and we're doing our year happy buddy system anniversary
Buddy
live
system
stream
birthday.
on Friday night.
Friday, June 6th. We will probably make posts to remind you.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No.
I love you guys.
Oh god. Okay. All right. Love you guys. Good night.
Good night. Sleep well. Have a good weekend.
Night.
Toodaloo.